bouncing on the pole. That don't make you know. If they say that they hate, why they hating on you? Even if you on the first night, you should who you like. I'll still make you my wife. If you won't, he always.
Yes, people, welcome to another edition of From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, here, joined by the head honcho. You get me, Solomon himself.
Head honcho.
Hip straight head honcho and that. And of course, my two fellow co-hosts, JV and Mr. I've seen more in the night than you've seen in your live stroke. What are you, man, saying? Is everybody good?
What yo?
You
Good,
take
man.
it? Good stroke,
Good,
yeah?
man.
Everyone good? Everyone good?
Yeah, man.
Everyone's
Good, man.
week's been blessed?
Hot in that, but good in that. You know what I'm saying?
it's
I'm good,
very
I'm good.
well. I hope you know we are cooking in here for everyone
Yeah,
listening
man.
or watching back. So they
Praying.
know. Josh said full squad in the building. Big up you lot. Shout out Josh each and every time. And salute to all the listeners.
This is what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, whether you watch live on YouTube or you listening via DAB or via the app or any other way, we appreciate it. So please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
To tell his missus, come watch us.
To tell his missus. Yeah, because true sake, there is female football fans out there. We can't discriminate.
We got
you
a
get what I'm
female
saying?
guest last week.
We did have a female guest last week. So yeah, shout out to Yannicka as well. Stefan says, hello, my G's. Salute to you, Stefan, as well. But yeah, I think there's only one place to start. And that is, this has been the longest going transfer saga I can remember in a long time. Like, Sancho has literally been linked with Manchester United for pretty much the whole season. It's literally been the whole season because United were linked with him before lockdown. And lockdown feels like forever. And then since lockdown, it's gone to a next level. Like, it's expeditiously it's been.
Okay.
It's been,
I like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I just like using
Oh,
that
hello.
word.
Get me.
Big words and
I
that.
like to hear it. I want to spell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
wanna
a
spell
another
it.
thing. I'm tired. But yeah, Sancho to Manchester United. So, Stroll, I'll give it to you because you'll be able to tell us in depth more so what happened. I can't remember the name of the guy who, is it the Dortmund director who came out and said that Sancho is not going anywhere or something along those lines?
Yeah, I believe it was obviously we all seen it on Twitter earlier in the day. I believe it is the Dortmund director. He's basically come out and he's basically said that Sancho will be flying out to the Dortmund training camp and Sancho's going to be with Dortmund for the summer or for next season, which I have seen multiple reports from different journalists basically saying that there was a deadline and the deadline was today.
Yeah.
Whether that's true or not is a different story. Bearing in mind, though, this is the same Dortmund director who said that Dembele was staying for another season, then Dembele went to Barcelona.
And
The same Dortmund director said that Aubameyang was staying and then Aubameyang left. So it's a weird one because you got some reporters basically reporting that there was a deadline. I don't think I've seen from Fabrizio Romano there is a deadline, and he's the one credible one that I would trust in this entire situation.
Yes.
Now, from what I was reading with regards to Fabrizio Romano, it was basically personal terms were never an issue and weren't ever going to be an issue. It's always been regards to the agreement of the fee between Dortmund and Man United. Now, funny you should say that. About 10 minutes ago, Fabrizio Romano's basically given another update. He's basically saying that Manchester United find it unusual that Borussia Dortmund insist they work through an agent, not through them directly. This has always been a problem with negotiations. Manchester United are frustrated at the pace of the discussions with regards to the Sancho situation. Dortmund have made it clear on their side they're asking for 120 million add-ons or 120 million euros without add-ons. Jadon Sancho will not leave this summer unless those figures are met. Now the problem is, from what I'm reading, is comes down to the one and only Ed Woodward once again.
Yeah, Ed Woodward. As Saeed calls him, Don Woodward, for whatever reason.
I'm like done. I'm like done, Woodward. It's just done. If you don't get this done, you're done.
Yeah, for real. So yeah, that being said, what I like about social media is the fact that the Dortmund director came out and said that. And the next tweet I seen was somebody, I think it was Aaron, quote tweeting the sporting director saying the exact same thing last season about Dembele, and then he ended up going Barcelona. And then And then I think the director criticised Aubameyang about something, and this was years ago. And Aubameyang,
I seen that resurfacing.
He fired shots back at him and was like, don't talk to me about money. You're the same guy who said Dembele wasn't for sale, and as soon as 100 million came in, you was the first one to rip their hand off. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he was saying. So it's like, we've seen this before. That's why, as I'm to any Manchester United fans, I'm talking to you as a fellow Manchester United fan. Do not worry about this deal. So when you see them come out and say he's not for sale, if he wasn't for sale, there would be no conversation. There'd be no, if he's not for sale, what do you need to conversate about?
They want to be entertaining.
There's nothing to discuss. But that's because they're trying to drive up the price and they're trying to get every penny for him, as they should. If I'm a Dortmund fan, if we're going to lose one of our prized assets, let's get top dollar for him. Bear in mind, you're getting a player who's 20 years old, so who could play for you for the next 10, 15 years. I was like, get top dollar for him.
The problem is, looking from an outsider's point of view, and you can tell by what Fabrizio Romano's saying, what Dortmund are saying. If you read between the lines, it's day one, 120 million euros, no add-ons. United are structuring a deal to the point where they're doing it with an upfront payment, then across a few years, which is standard across any football transfer, but they want add-ons on top of that as well, so they're trying to get another 20, 30 million of add-ons included into the price of 120 million.
Yeah.
Dortmund aren't happy with that because they know how big of an asset that they're losing. That's what's stalling the transfer, and that's what's keeping it for so long. And the problem is Dortmund are stubborn. They're not going to sell if they don't have to. Sancho signed a contract extension last year to 2023.
Yeah.
Still 3 years left on his contract. Dortmund aren't in a position where they have to sell.
Ball's in their court, isn't it?
Ball is completely in their court, and it's a case of Ed Woodward, Manchester United. If you want your player, you're going to pay for him. It's as simple as that. It's just exactly the same scenario we were in with Coutinho. He signed a contract extension the year before. Barcelona came knocking. They wanted to pay 100 million. Michael Edwards, sporting director, which I'm going to come on to in a second, basically turned around and said, no, if you want him, this is what you're paying. United's problem is they've not got a sporting director.
Yeah, we know this.
Which is stalling every transfer you're going to do.
Well,
and it's evident with this one.
It is. JV, you've been uncharacteristically quiet on this. So what's your thoughts on it?
Some idiot business. It should have been done by now, man. He should be in the shirt by now, fam. You get what I'm saying?
You saw like the United fans, some United fans that I've seen on social media, like, why is it taking so long? I'm just so calm. I don't know why. For whatever reason, I'm just calm and relaxed about it because I really believe. Do
you know what it is?
Happen.
I believe he's gonna. Well, I believed 100% he's gonna come, but now it's the fact that it's Woodward, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? That's it's Woodward, bro. Like, you can tell me anything you want. It's Woodward. You get what I'm saying? So it's gonna be stalled. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they're not realizing the longer you take, the more money you gotta pay. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it comes down like, all right, what's the issue? It's like,
what's the issue,
the
bro?
Players needed to be, but you know how.
Apparently, my man's already the terms what we've said to him. He's happy with.
But the thing is, if United were to move on, the players were supposed to move on, then those transfers could then go into this Jadon Sancho transfer.
But this is all right then. Though, this is the thing. This is what you're saying makes sense. We've known for how long we wanted Sancho.
Yes,
so then why have we not already lined up deals for certain man?
Yes.
To go into the Sancho kitty.
Yeah.
So then
Sanchez is left.
Yeah.
So that's money there.
So when man are saying they want an extra 20 mil, we go, all right, well, we've sold this guy or we've sold that guy. Yeah, all right, just add that to that.
We've sold 3 players for 10 mil each, so that's an extra fee.
Yeah, add that to that. Do you know what I'm saying?
We're going to end up paying it because we did this with Wan-Bissaka and we did it with Maguire. Like, we took so long to sign Maguire last summer.
Do you know what the worst thing about it is? Yeah. For me, Wan-Bissaka was a gamble. We knew he was good. We didn't know he was going to be this good. Do you get where I'm coming from in that?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Maguire, you're paying for the England performances and the fact is, you know what I mean? And he's English, basically. You're paying for the fact that he's an English player and the World Cup performances. That's what we paid for with Maguire. With my man, you already know what he's about. You know this is a world beater.
Yes.
You know that 100 mil or 120 mil for this kid right now is worth it.
Big facts.
There's no point. Why are you trying to scrimp on this? But you know what I'm saying? But man, you'll buy man a Lukaku for 80 mil, 90 mil. You know what I'm saying?
When you put it like that, that puts it into perspective, you know. That really does put it into perspective. Like, you will splash on a Wan-Bissaka. Obviously, we didn't know Wan-Bissaka was going to be this good. Yeah. Splash on Maguire. To me, Jadon Sancho was a safer bet than both of them. And I was big on Wan-Bissaka. Like, I really wanted Wan-Bissaka in, but I'm so convinced about Sancho.
Yeah. To me, there's no. I don't see how this goes wrong. Yes. I don't see how us signing Sancho goes wrong. Yeah. I think this can only, even if, all right then, I'll put it to you like this. Even if he's not as good as he has been at Dortmund, he will be better than what we have. Do you understand?
Oh, a lot better.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, he's definitely an improvement. What people fail to realise is not only does he improve the first team, he improves the squad. Because whoever it's Greenwood, Martial or Rashford that drop out of the front three, they're now on the bench.
Yes.
And then that means if Sancho's playing badly, he knows Greenwood's there to take his spot on.
I've got a funny feeling. I've got a really funny feeling we're 4-4-2 next year if we get him.
Yeah, you've been on this 4-4-2 hype for a minute now.
I've got a funny feeling, bro.
Ollie's not playing 4-4-2.
All right, but Ollie will still throw a man on at 84 minutes because he thinks he's 1999. And what do we play in 1999? 4-4-2. He's born and raised in 4-4-2, bro.
He won't change from that.
I'm telling you, bro. Sutton, don't be surprised if next year you see us with a 4-4-2. Maybe not starting the game. But maybe later.
If we're chasing a game,
maybe in a game. But
I think it'll be more 4-2-4 is what I reckon it will be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, just throw it. Yeah, if you're chasing the game, then it makes sense. I could see that.
But for me as well, it's one of them where he's got to like at one point I was thinking, who could we give him? And we don't have that quality to say, just take this player. Do you get what I'm saying? To ease it through.
There's no one we can swap, but like even here, because we will get to the comments. If you are watching on YouTube, please make sure you like the video and you subscribe. If you're watching this back after the live, do the same. Please like the video and make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Because Stefan says it will happen. United will pay what they asked as usual. That's my thinking on it. Dimitri says Jadon Sancho is playing for Dortmund next season. I disagree with that. I don't think he's playing for Dortmund next season. I'm so cool, calm, and collected about this.
Here's the problem, which Fabrizio Romano's already tweeted. Now, as a Liverpool fan, I'm just going to throw a full disclaimer out there. At no point do I ever think this will happen. But from early on, the one team in England that have said, that Fabrizio Romano, you've seen it on the Football Terrace, you've seen it across multiple different media personalities, is the one team that could throw this deal and turn it on his head is us. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, we've clearly not got the money we're not going to be spending big money this summer. If this drags on to next summer, that could cause a serious problem for Manchester United. Because then you've got more people looking at him. You could have a Real Madrid coming in, another Barcelona coming in, because he might have another phenomenal season at Dortmund. Do you know what I mean? A PSG might come in.
Go on. I was going to cut you off, but now continue going. You're making valid points. I just had a thought. Now you said
because, for example, an Mbappe might be leaving PSG. Sancho's a perfect fit. Manchester United, do I think it will happen to Manchester United? Yeah. But I can't stress how important this transfer is for Manchester United for the next 2-3 years. Because this is a building block to build off exactly what we had with a Van Dijk. We went and got Van Dijk, then we went and got Alisson, and the pieces were starting to fall together. This is that kind of a transfer. This could catapult you to the next dimension, to the next level.
Yes.
You have to get it done. And listen, we've seen it on social media, the whole Ed Woodward brigade, and I can understand why he gets criticised, because if I was a Manchester United fan, I'd be so frustrated at this deal. I'd be frustrated last season with the Maguire deal. I'd be frustrated with the Wan-Bissaka deal. Just go and get it done. Especially a transfer of this magnitude. It has to be done. And like I said, if this drags on, don't be surprised if what the reports are saying is true and he's agreed on stuff and then he's trying to go back on I seen this with the Crystal Palace thing last year as well, so there might be some truth to it. Don't be surprised if Dortmund just say, no, look, we're not dealing, and then there's a problem. Because if this goes on to next summer or January, there's big issues to be had. And I'm not just talking about us because I don't think that will happen. I'm talking about the likes of PSG, Real Madrid, Barcelona, who are going to have to rebuild.
Yeah.
And that's the issue.
Yeah, because the reason why I was going to cut you off, because you said that if he does have a season similar to this season, his price is only going to increase.
Exactly.
And then not only does that make, now everyone's had a full season, eventually when fans are back and everyone's getting their proper match day revenue back, then it makes other teams more capable financially to be able to get involved. So Liverpool might look at it and be like, a Real Madrid or Barcelona, who are both rebuilding, might say, PSG have been mentioned. Juventus, there's talks Ronaldo might leave Juve. So if he leaves there, they might go, all right, let's try and go get Sancho. United are literally the only show in town at this minute in time. So go and get him. Because normally when you go for a player of this caliber, there'd be at least one of a team sniffing around type of thing.
This
normally
is what I mean.
there would be.
It sounds horrible, but obviously this is... Forget everything that's happened at the moment, but this, I'm trying to phrase it correctly, could be the perfect storm for Manchester United. Given the climate at the moment, given that you're the only ones at the table negotiating, this is perfect for Manchester United. Because like I said, you hit the nail on the head. Once matchday revenue comes back in, have you seen who earns the most out of matchday revenue out of any Premier League club? Us.
Is it? Okay.
Because we've got the different suites and stuff like that, so... Which is the reason why we're being so calculated in the transfer or in the transfer window this season. Given that next season, knowing that we've not spent much this season, depending on how next season goes, we're going to go and break the bank again. Manchester City are probably going to go again. Chelsea are definitely going to go again. Arsenal it's Arsenal. But you know what I mean? It's like, you just have to get this deal done. And the more it drags on, the more I can see Borussia Dortmund getting frustrated, especially if Ed Woodward's doing what's being reported in the newspapers and being reported on social media.
See, and that's the thing is that Dortmund wanted to be a bidding war. They want a United, Liverpool, PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid. They want 5 or 6 clubs in for him.
Here's the thing. You see, when we're talking Barcelona and Real Madrid nowadays, though, I don't even think they can come to the table with this. I don't think they can. Barcelona, you've seen our Barcelona, yeah?
Barcelona probably can't, given the state that their transfers are in.
I think, no, Real Madrid probably could, but I just don't... For me, that transfer, it just doesn't suit a Real Madrid at the moment.
Not at the moment, but we're talking next season.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, under Zidane, that's not Zidane's type of winger. Do you get what I'm saying? Zidane likes his... It's like he likes to play Isco there, and you know what I mean? Like, his winger more time is kind of like his right winger a lot of the time isn't really a right winger because he likes Carvajal to be bombing down there.
I get what you say.
He likes a tuck in, you know what I mean? Like a Isco to tuck in, and you know what I'm saying? His formation is very fluid. He likes his formation where it can like almost go to a diamond at times.
I get what you're saying, but 2 points to that. If there is a player who I think is good enough and will listen to Zidane, is definitely a Sancho. I think he's more than good enough to adapt and be able to play more central. I think he could have play in the 10. I think he could play from the left, the right, and also, what we're also forgetting, this just popped in my head as well. When Bale eventually leaves, who's a better fit? He's a perfect replacement for Bale. You basically have one player in your squad you don't use who's on big wages.
Yes. In terms of squad like that, yeah.
In terms of squad.
Like, you could literally...
Who's a better
just give him Bale's wages. Yeah, yes. I get what you're saying.
You don't even have to give him Bale's full.
Yeah. You've got that money coming back in. So you
have extra players. So he's looking at it like, I'm here. I'm not using Bale for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on over there, but I get rid of him. I think Sancho's the perfect fit for a lot of clubs because a lot of clubs are in the rebuilding, and even Liverpool, you would say, current European champions, best in the Premier League. I think he improves their first 11. I've said this before, I don't think there's many first 11s he doesn't improve. Because
this is a point with Liverpool, is notoriously, you look at the Coutinho deal, we sell players when we can get the most out of him, the most money out of him. Coutinho's the prime example. So if, for example, Mo Salah turns around next season and goes, look, I've done everything we can here, let's say we win another Premier League, don't know what's going to happen yet, but let's say that happens, or he has another successful season because it's Mo Salah, and he goes, look, I want to move on, and we get 130 million for him. You know for a fact, if Sancho's still on the table, Liverpool are going and getting him, or going to try and get him.
Yeah, of course.
Just like any big club would. Yeah. So if you're Manchester United in this position, get the deal done.
Yeah. Because you know the lift that he gives everyone around the club, I think not only does he give the players a lift, I think he gives the whole club and all the fans a lift.
Yeah.
I think he gives everyone a massive lift, and it's a real big, massive signal of intent. Like, we are genuinely attempting to go back to the top.
And this is what I mean. This is why I said this is the most important transfer for United for the next 2-3 seasons. This can catapult you into the next dimension.
Next 5 years.
It can definitely be.
Possibly even the next 10 years, honestly. Sorry, one second. I don't see us signing another player this big for a while, if you get what I'm saying. I don't think we will... This is a marquee signing. I don't think we will venture into this type of signing now again for a while. Do you get what I mean? This is like a... Don't know how to put... We was the last really big signing United. I mean, like, before this era. So, I'm trying to think, before...
Ferdinand.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It'll be something like that.
Something like
that.
It's
that.
Van Persie.
A Wayne Rooney.
A Van Persie, maybe. Yeah. That's that in...
Yeah, or Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, do you get what I mean?
See the difference in the years we're talking of those.
Yeah.
Like from a Van Persie to a Rooney to a Rio, like the gap in years, like the transfers don't come along often. Obviously, United always sign big players and like potential talents, but in terms of marquee, like you said, a Wayne Rooney, because even Wayne Rooney, United only went in for him because Newcastle were there, so they were like, all right, let's go and get him now.
Yeah,
and that's why they went and decided to go and get him now. But yeah, I can see here. Josh says Dortmund still have pre-pandemic prices. The director also said he would take advantage of pandemic prices with a bunch of backlash. Now he is making Jadon submit a transfer request. That's what I've heard actually.
It could be down that road, innit?
If he does, I think if he kicks up a fuss, then they have to sell him. And I think he wants his move.
Well, you know what I think is very weird about it? The fact that they stop playing him towards the end of the season. So why stop playing him and then be like, oh no, we want him now when someone comes in for him? That doesn't make any sense. You kind of stop playing him to give everyone, the other teams, like a signal. You know what I mean? It's like an unofficial signal. Oh, he's on the bench again. Oh, he's on the bench again. Oh, he's not in the match day squad. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we'll bring him on for the last 10 minutes. A big player like that being left out, everyone else is watching. Other teams like, all right, well, something's going on here. Let's put in a bid and see what's happening. But then now they're saying they want him. So it kind of is like a bit weird with Dortmund. They kind of make the players become the bad guy. Yeah. See what I'm saying? They force him to do that.
Yeah, like if you really want to leave, then
kick up a fuss.
Listen, let's be honest. Historically, Dortmund are a selling club. You've seen it. They sell to Borussia Dortmund. They sell the best assets to the biggest rivals.
They sell to Bayern Munich, which makes no sense.
They literally sell a lot of this. They even one or two. Like they sell multiple players.
This is what I mean. So, Munich. If United get the deal structured correctly, this deal will get done.
I honestly believe if it's Bayern wanting to buy him, he's already there. I'm no joke. I honestly think
I agree with that.
This is Bayern because I don't know. I think it is with them. And I thought about this and I thought I might be right or I might be thinking into things too much. But remember when Bayern helped him back in the day? Mm-hmm. Definitely was some sort of a gentleman's agreement in there. We have first refusal. Yeah, take this money, but we have first refusal on your players for a certain
What did they help him out with? What was it?
They give him like, what was it, like 3 mil back in the day? Dortmund were going to be bankrupt, you know.
Wow,
and then Bayern were the one that bailed them out.
And Bayern give him the dough.
That's weird. Why would you give
That's
your rivals?
Strange, innit?
Why would you give your rivals?
Yeah,
for that reason.
Yeah, but it's like us with the whole Munich disaster. Like we give you players.
Yeah, if Liverpool were going bankrupt and I need 1p, and they needed 1 penny, I'm letting them go bankrupt. I ain't giving them that 1 penny.
Nah, but you know what it is? Maybe if it is, but you know they're producing good players, so you say, all right, we'll take this piece, but when I come back for my man, you got to say yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think it is, because why, you know what I mean? You look at the players who've crossed that bridge recently. Yes. Lewandowski,
Hummels,
Götze at his peak. This is like, this ain't this Götze now. This is World Cup winning Götze.
Hummels at his peak.
Hummels at his prowess peak. You know what I'm saying? There's other players who I can't even think of. Yeah. There's man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's weird.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm telling you now, if that is Bayern coming in for him, it's a done deal already.
I get what you're saying, because Josh says, because we were talking about United and players they can get rid of. He said Phil Jones, Mata, Lingard, Dillo and Pereira out the door.
I'll take 5 mil off fam.
And then the guy said, I'll take 5 mil. I don't like this Dalot slander, you know. I'm a fan. I've said this before on this very show. Like, I'm a fan of Dalot.
I am a fan of him, but
I just don't
all he does my enemy certain players. I have to get this out. As good as Ollie's done, and this might be a part of him being so good, but there's been some casualties, and some of these casualties, when you deep it, are better than some of the players he's keeping. For the rest of the time, I will scream Angel Gomez's name from the rooftops. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For me, him not even playing 10 league games, and you got someone like Pereira playing 20 to 30.
Yeah, that don't make no type of
sense. 30 to 30, not just league games, but games all over in the season. That makes no sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Stefan says here Madrid want Mbappe and Barcelona is dead anyway, and they've got Fati to develop. I could see Mbappe going to Madrid.
That's still fit because Zidane's his guy. That's why I'm saying I don't think.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That makes more sense because he's more able to do the central thing.
Yeah, that's true. And he's French, and the French connection.
Yeah.
Do you know who Mbappe's also said he'd come to? Us.
Is that what he said?
Have you not seen him all over his socials? He's constantly playing with us on FIFA. Klopp's his favourite manager.
The thing is, it makes sense.
Because if we were to lose one of the front three, that's a perfect replacement.
That's the only way I think it can happen now with Liverpool.
I agree.
Sense.
And I don't even think I'll make this clear. It's not if you lose. It's not if Firmino goes, you can't, because it's
it's not the same amount of money you'd lose for Mane
yes,
or
you get what I'm
Salah.
saying. It's either Mane or Salah. You know what I'm saying? At a stretch, it doesn't make sense. Like a Van Dijk, I'm just talking value-wise. But you'd obviously reinvest that in a defender, wouldn't you? But you get what I mean? Player value-wise, it's probably them 3 players who you could. Don't get me wrong. You could probably say, I'll give you 100 mil and Firmino.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
To
You could maybe try a thing like that.
Yeah.
That's something where you
Try
can,
something like that. Yeah,
you might be able to persuade a PSG.
I get what you're saying.
But then in return, who would if you're PSG, who would you try and place Mbappe with?
Salah or Mane.
Or probably Sancho. Do you get what I'm saying?
Sancho. That's the.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I heard rumours that Ronaldo, they're interested in Ronaldo.
Ronaldo,
I've
heard this.
No, they're not interested in him. If it wasn't for coronavirus, Ronaldo would be there.
Yeah, I'm hearing this. Yeah.
Ronaldo would have already been there. But coronavirus put a hold to the entire... This is before coronavirus.
This is before Juve went out of the Champions
League. Well before.
So this was supposed to be something.
This deal was in the works
because he's
before March.
Supposedly not been happy with
Sorry.
So then
even though now Sarri's been sacked.
Yeah,
no, he didn't like it.
He just didn't like it. Yeah.
No, Sarri.
Now Sarri's been sacked.
Yeah, but think about it, if you've got your heart set on something.
Maybe the thing is, someone who would be able to talk him round. Obviously, Pirlo is the new manager. I think Pirlo could talk to him and get him to stay.
Have you never seen that?
I think he could because he respects him.
Have you never seen when he's talked about Pirlo talking about Ronaldo?
Now what did he say?
He said, if I played with Ronaldo, I'd have 30 assists a season. Do you get what I'm saying? Something along those lines. You know what I'm saying?
I could see that. That's what I'm saying. So I could see it happening. But Ronaldo to PSG makes perfect sense. That is the perfect marquee signing for them. Even though it's older Ronaldo, 36, it makes sense.
Because then people, given what he can do in the Champions League, people then take him serious in the Champions League.
Just look at that front three, though.
I think he takes them over the top. Yeah. And from a footballing fan perspective, I'd love to see a front three of Neymar, Ronaldo, Mbappe.
That I'm not even.
I'd love to see that.
That is like some FIFA business, some football manager business, some PES business, whatever football game you play. That is something you do on a game. And for me,
I'd love to see it.
That easily will just be the best forward line ever. I mean, ever. I don't think there's one that could it's got everything. You've got Ronaldo, the complete finisher, who will be the centre forward.
Yeah.
You've got them two. You know what it is? All of them can interchange.
Yes.
But I'm saying, like, what they all bring to the table is, like, if you was to say the best player in that position is probably Mbappe. The best player in that position is probably Ronaldo. The best player in that is probably Neymar. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That would be, and the fact of him playing in the French league, they would have a laugh, bro.
I'd love to see it.
I'd love to see it.
I would love to see it.
And you know what it is with Ronaldo as well? I was thinking this the other day. You know, people are like, talking about other players when get so old and he's playing in Japan or he's playing in China or he's playing in the Saudi leagues. I think Ronaldo is probably looking at someone like Ibrahimovic, who's still doing it now, and think,
I can do it.
I can do that. So Ronaldo, for me, he's probably still got a few transfers left in him, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think he's gonna.
He'll end up in America at some point.
I think he'll end up there when he's about 40, bro. I think he's still. I think
Beckham's team.
He will still.
Makes sense, yeah.
For me, the French league makes so much sense for him because he's not done it yet, and I think he's that type of guy.
He wants to conquer everything.
Yes, I think he'll probably he'll want to do every major league.
Yeah, like he'll want to go Bundesliga probably at some point.
Because
when
push comes to shove and both of them are retired, and everyone's talking about who's the greatest, Ronaldo's first argument is I've won it everywhere.
Yeah,
I've won a league, literally won a league title everywhere.
I think that
in Spain, now Italy, he'll probably
potentially France.
Yeah, he wants to go France, Germany, and then even then he'll probably look at something else and be like, alright, let me go back to Portugal.
I think just because of what he's accomplished already, that argument's done. That for me, that argument, just for me, I just personally think that Messi Ronaldo argument no longer carries any significant weight because I honestly believe.
I get what you're saying.
He's
because Josh here says Mbappe, Neymar, and Ronaldo are MSN 2.0 at PSG. I think they're better than that. Could potentially be better than MSN.
That will be
because I'm really sold on Mbappe. Like, I really think
I'm telling you
he's a
now,
world star. Like, I'm really sold on Mbappe.
He could, like how Messi and Ronaldo changed it.
Yeah.
I think he could be the next one too.
One of them. Wow.
Like, that next level.
Yeah.
I think he will.
The next star.
He will do, I think, what Neymar maybe didn't. But Neymar probably still can do.
Yeah, he still has the times on his side.
He reminds me of the original Ronaldo.
Yes.
He does remind me, and he's the closest thing I've seen to it.
That's what I mean.
Just that, like, they're a kid, but they're just
a special talent.
They're just a phenomenon. It's
the way he's built as well, because he's built like a man.
Yes,
like,
he always has been, innit?
He's built like.
I remember
Ronaldo's like that.
It's like when you seen him at Monaco when he first come through, you only knew because of his baby face.
Yeah.
But when you see, I think it was that match. When was that match? Like Monaco against City.
Yeah, it was Man City when they won 5-2.
And the finish, what he did, and I was like, what? This kid's 17, 18. Like, you've waited for the keeper to move and you've placed it in the roof of the net where this keeper can't move. And it's like you've done this in about 2 seconds. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
He's got the composure of a proper killer. One of them strikers, like cutthroat. He's like I said, like original Ronaldo.
Yes.
He's the closest thing I've seen.
Because Akhil says it will be a shame if all of them are playing in the French league. Wasted talents. Nah, not so much for the French league. I would just like to see them together in Europe.
In the Champions League. Imagine them going away to a Barcelona.
Specifically, quarter-final.
I'd love to see it.
From knockout stages onwards.
Yeah.
Them three. Wow.
And I think Ronaldo is the player to take PSG over the top. Because if I remember correctly, I think the PSG have only reached one quarter final. I don't think they've ever been in a semi-final.
You know what it is as well?
Leeds have been to more semi-finals than PSG in the Champions League.
I feel like, oh my gosh, Mbappe's his thingy as well. Ronaldo's Mbappe's
idol.
And I think his work ethic and all of that, he would take Mbappe to the next level. Yeah. I think it would even rub off on a Neymar.
Yes.
And the rest of the team. Because that's what he's like, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Because he's then now the centre of attention, and it could allow Neymar now not to be the poster boy.
Under the limelight, so he can just go under the radar, which is weird to say that about a Neymar.
Because that's when we see the best Neymar.
Because you know what the maddest thing is about Neymar? Everyone's saying, I've said, even just said it, to take him to the next level. He's still getting like 20 goals and 20 assists.
Yeah, he's still ridiculously good. I think because
like them numbers are mad.
We're waiting for you to have that special season where you take PSG to the Champions League.
You know what it is with him? He could have one of them seasons like, Brazilian Ronaldo and Ronaldinho have had where they do it all domestically. This is what I think puts you in that argument for, the best player of the world or best player for a certain period of time where you do it all domestically and then it comes to the World Cup or something and you just take that by storm. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, for me, really and truly, you could say he's already done that because he did that with PSG and then he did it with France. But I think with
PSG, it's because it's the Champions League thing.
Yes, I think that's what I mean. If he did that,
mark against him.
If he had the Champions League added in with that season, where that World Cup season, you'd be like, wow, he's there now. I think he's there already, Mbappe. I think he's one of them players now.
Oh yeah, Mbappe. Sorry, I thought we was talking about Neymar. Yes, Mbappe.
No, I'm saying,
with him winning the World Cup already, it's like, all right, that's something that a lot of players haven't done. And then the thing is, you got time on your side to win another World Cup, to win a Euros, the Champions Leagues, and that will come. And I think he will move on from PSG eventually.
He needs to go Real Madrid, but I don't want to see him at this Madrid team at the moment because I think it's this Madrid team. I know we've just got a total side note, but they've not got. You know what the maddest thing about this Madrid team? Someone like Zidane, why has he not got a Zidane? I know it's hard to get. Yeah. But it's like it's very workmanlike that midfield, isn't it? Do you know
you've hit the nail?
It's very Liverpool-like, and I said this when I was watching the game on Friday. It's a very Liverpool-like midfield.
Yeah, it is. It's workmanlike. It's do the hard work, and do you get what I mean? Whereas if you think about it, it should be. How's he not got? All right, then, if he's not got Zidane, how's he not got a Figo then? Do you know what I mean? Or the players he's not got a Guti. You know what I'm saying? The players who he's played with, midfield-wise, how has he not identified that? But, man, if you think about what I'm saying, it's a bit stupid because it's worked for him, hasn't it? You know what I mean? That recipe's worked for him. It's worked for him
because you got Cruz, obviously he's got seasoned pros there. Obviously, they're not in their pump, but they're still quality. Cruz, Casemiro, Modric.
That's the worrying thing about that because do they now go on a...
They got to rebuild eventually.
Do they go on a galactical splurge or do they go on a more calculated?
You go get Mbappe and then you build around that.
Yeah.
That's what I would say to Madrid. You get an Mbappe and build around that because you already have the pieces in place. You still got enough XP. You still got Benzema, Modric, Cruz, Casemiro, Ramos, Varane.
Valverde, who is phenomenal.
There you go. So you will be all right. I literally did just win a league title.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're over the hill and they can't do it anymore.
There is an aging squad though.
Yeah, it's an aging squad, so that's why you have to slowly start to move players on or put players get more other first teamers in and have man on the bench and
The
stuff
big
like
worry
that.
for them, though, for me, would be Hazard.
Go on.
I think if he doesn't do it next season, that's a big worry.
Yes.
Because for me, like, don't get it wrong, Sancho gets a lot of thingy, you know, but I mean not Sancho, sorry, Sanchez gets a lot of hate for what he did at United, but bro, that season what Hazard's had there is a shocker. I know he's been injured and that, but when he's played, it's like the other night, like, where was he?
Yes.
Like,
It's like, this is your time to shine. type
yeah,
of thing.
you've had you so what? All right, maybe you have been injured, but you've had your time to. Do you know what I'm saying? Where have you been? So for me, Hazard's he's got a big point to prove next season, and that could be a worrying thing for the rest of La Liga because he could just.
Yeah, if he turns it on, then it's like having a brand new signing.
Yeah, because the ability wise, what he has, and with the Spanish league as we know it to be, maybe not the best defensively. He could, maybe not a Ronaldo and Messi type, but he could do like a Suarez. Do you know what I'm saying? And how Neymar, how they
You know what you're saying?
they took control of that league when they were in it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because, yeah, just having a look here. Oh, Faris says, salute. How we doing, people? Salute to you, Faris.
guy,
Each and every
Faris.
time. Neymar, Ronaldo, Mbappe with Di Maria, Icardi on the bench. FFP need to do something. Stefan FFP don't matter. Innit?
Yeah.
It's just there with name only. It doesn't mean a thing.
Just there in spirit.
It's literally there in spirit. That's what it is. Akil says, playing in that league weakens PSG when it comes to the Champions League. They are not used to that kind of quality and competition on a regular basis. That's the point. I do agree with. That I do agree with. You can't just turn it up.
Their only big match really where they get tested is a Lyon.
Or Monaco, and even then.
And Monaco's not even the same as it was. A few years ago, Monaco was like, whoa, that was a big match for them. And that's why they ended up buying Mbappe. Do you know what I mean? Because it was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Similar to a Bayern Dortmund.
And speaking of Bayern, that takes us, that's a lovely segue into, obviously, Chelsea Bayern.
Oh, God.
And people are talking about, is London red? Is London white? Is London blue? London's Bayern. That's what London is. London is Bayern. I think the stat was, since 2015, Bayern versus London clubs, the aggregate is 31-9.
Can't mess with them.
I just want to throw this disclaimer out.
Yeah.
Coming back from 3-0 down in the first leg isn't for everyone. Secondly, beating Bayern at the Allianz isn't for everyone. I'm just going to throw that out there. Just saying.
You so petty. You pay. But yeah, that being said, that's why I had to say that, because everyone's like, what is London? No, London is Bayern. When it's 31-9 in 5 years, London is Bayern.
Do you know what it is though? Like, literally, not one of those matches, not one of them, I can't remember a moment where they were under threat.
Yeah,
like,
it was never competitive. They was always
winning.
It was always winning out of cancer.
Ever competitive.
To the point where you had Chelsea fans on the timeline on social media. I can't believe these are real Chelsea fans. But I'm just gonna call them Chelsea fans, talking about, at least we didn't get beat 10. Like getting beat 7 on aggregate score.
Yeah,
but like, what kind of a
you know
mentality
what it is? That's you know what it is? It's these it's a grown men Twitter. It's like a schoolboy playground mentality.
Okay.
That's what it is, bro. At least I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My dad's bigger than your dad. You know what I'm saying? But both dads got banged out. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Both dads got banged out, but my dad's bigger. Oh, right. Okay.
My dad's bigger.
You know what I mean? You both got wasted. You know what I'm saying? Just take it.
I get what you're saying thoroughly. Nah, I hear what you're saying thoroughly. And like we always say as well, salute to everyone in the YouTube comments as well. Obviously, if you want us to stop the conversation and interject the chat, then boom, super chat, and we'll stop with whatever we're talking about and go on to your topic. We will also as well, for the first half again, we hope you enjoyed it last time. So for anyone watching on YouTube or listening, do first half commentary on Manchester United versus Copenhagen. We'll be doing the first half only. So stay locked in for that at 20 to 8. Yeah, Stro, you good?
I'm happy, man.
Oh, see, why are you happy? What did you just see?
What I shown you?
Oh, see, you talking about the Liverpool player signing?
Kostas Tsimikas.
I'll let you take it away because I can't pronounce his name.
Nice, Olympiakos left back. Seen him at Arsenal. Really good talent. To be honest, I didn't think we'd get the deal done. Seen him at Wolves the other day, and he kept Truro in his back pocket, which is no mean feat. And he kept up for him pace for pace, which I was very surprised at. Now, I'm going to throw it out there. I'm disappointed for Jamal Lewis, and I really feel sorry for him, because we made 2 bids for him, and Norwich are just playing hardball with the transfer fee, and considering they've just been relegated, and Jamal Lewis had his heart set on Liverpool. He said he wanted to develop and learn under Klopp, and Michael Edwards, being the genius that he is, has gone out and said, no, we've got other replacements. We've got Kostas Tsimikas in a matter of 2 days. Kostas Samiskas.
Yeah, I'll leave that for Stroll to pronounce.
Call him, my man's Costas.
But the thing is you look at us.
Yeah.
Apart from centre midfield, there's not really anything we need to do with regards to. You could argue getting a striker for backup for Firmino or to build in basically competitiveness with Firmino, but we needed to strengthen our depth significantly.
Well, that stops Milner going as your emergency left back now.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And then, for example, we've got Nico Williams for the right back, who's a really good talent.
From the few games I did see him play, he did look good.
I ain't gonna lie, I remember watching one game and I thought it was Trent. Nah, I swear to you, I actually thought he was just whipping him in that, and I was like,
is that Trent?
That Trent looks a bit different. I don't know why. I was watching it on BBC and the picture went too solid. You know what I'm saying? I was like, is that Trent? It
was the Everton game.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was watching it thinking, he looks a bit like him.
You see, Akil was like, Lampard is overrated in my opinion. If Chelsea don't improve significantly next season with the signings they have now, he is getting sacked.
Nah, you know what?
I think they'll give him time because it's Frank.
I want to move on to this.
Go on.
Big up Liverpool for the transfer though. I'm not trying to just cut off that. But
after this, we'll go into the Champions League.
I want to
draw.
This is one thing. This is where the English media don't help themselves. Yeah. They do not help themselves. They build people up too much, yeah? For me, there's no way in hell Frank Lampard should be getting nominated for manager of the season.
No, he shouldn't be manager of the season.
He should not even be in the conversation. How's that? Much. You tell me what you... I've got my reasons as a United fan, but please, Stroll, you tell me, how do you think he's got in there?
Chris Wilder definitely should be in there. Klopp, not really an argument. And... Solskjaer's got more of an argument than Frank Lampard.
Exactly, thank you. And that's how bad it is.
Yeah, and Ollie really doesn't have a good
And you know what, for me as well, I'd say Nuno.
Nuno, exactly, because of the job that he's done.
You know what I mean? They're still in Europe. All right then. What, so they've qualified for Europe again next season, yeah? Yeah. They're still in Europe now, in the quarter-final stage of the Euro. Come on, man. Where's the respect?
Yeah.
What's he's literally...
Because it's Nuno and it's Wolves and it's not really anything...
spectacular.
Yeah, there's no...
You know why?
You know what? When we were talking about Thomas Muller last week, it's the same exact
You know what it is, bro? It's because he's called Nuno Espirito Santo and not Nigel Ellis or something like that. Or Nigel Egbert or something.
Frank.
If he was called Nigel Egbert, man a raving, bro.
Wow, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
His man's got a...
I get what you're saying.
Look at his squad. Right, we said Chelsea squad ain't good enough, but he's better than Wolves'. Yeah?
True.
And fair enough, they've finished above them, but I don't think that's due down to the manager.
If you put Nuno in Frank Lampard's position and put Frank in Nuno's position, Wolves finish lower than where they are now, and Chelsea finish higher than where they are now.
You know what? I seen a stat, and it said Lampard took Derby from 6th to 6th, and he's got Chelsea from 3rd to 3rd.
Yeah.
3rd to 4th.
And he's failed in playoff final, FA Cup final.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's an English bias. So this is what's going to happen now. They're going to build. They're building him up. They're building him up. And then when he gets to that he will get to somewhere with Chelsea, like a Champions League final and he's going to fail badly, and then they're going to murder him. They're going to absolutely drag him down.
The only thing that's on his side is time, because it's his first job in the Premier League.
I know it is, but I know how this English media works.
Yeah, we know what they're like.
And they'll drag him down, and they'll be, he's a fraud and this and that, and it's like, well, no, you man have made him this.
Yes, you can't build him up. We've seen him do with.
You do this with everyone. You did it. All these players.
Yeah, because Stefan says the new Liverpool player looks so good, I can't lie. Aiden Andrews says big up to you, free salute to you,
my
Aiden. Guy. Machiavelli says we caved by him, more of a test on the Moyes. Akil P says Nuno and Sean Dyche had better seasons.
Maybe not Sean.
I said Nuno's been putting in works. Stefan says Nuno is way better than both Ollie and Lampard, same for Bielsa. And Faris says Liverpool go on their business like a proper football club. They identify what positions need strengthening, including squad depth, and make a list of at least 2 or 3 players.
One second, bro. Go on. Right, I'm not having come on, bro. They've bought a backup left back. They've not it's a good bit of business, but it's not like.
I get what you're saying.
It's not groundbreaking.
It's not groundbreaking, but it's very frustrating when the club you support don't do that.
Yeah. It's very different when you're having to go for a 100 million plus player.
It's very just frustrating. Like when you see United and the issues.
How many people would have been bidding for Costas? No one's bidding for Costas. No one's bidding for my man right now.
But at least identify.
So when you slap that bidding, it's getting accepted, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If Sancho was playing at
Panathinaikos.
and man slapped a bidding or You know what I'm saying? It's done and dusted. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like it's. Do you get where I'm coming from? It's a good bit of business, but this is the thing with the. Right. This is the thing with the.
Cool.
Football world, fan world at the moment. When a team's doing good, everything they do is good. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so because Liverpool at the moment, that's an excellent bit of business.
Mm.
If Liverpool aren't doing well, and they buy Costas Minimusmus, man are like, who's this? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
if we bought my man right now, no matter how good he's been playing, he's a dead left back. He's a dead left back from Olympiacos. If we buy him right now, if we buy him for competition for Luke Shaw next season, what's that from Ollie? Who's this guy? That's dead. That
I'd be absolutely.
Ed's cheap. That's dead. That
if United signed any, because of me personally and how I feel about Shaw, if United signed any left back, I'd be happy.
Nah, bro.
Even if it was my man.
I'm telling you. If we bought him right now, man would be like, "Oh, he's dead."
Yeah, certain man would be like, "I wouldn't be."
No, because I'm not saying you. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying the football Twitter universe of fandom. Yeah, that is what it would be. Man would be like, "Who's Costas, blood?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because the thing is with Twitter and social media, when it comes to the football fans, they are extremely reactionary. Like they'll take those, like the Sancho thing today. The Dortmund director comes out and says, "We're not selling Sancho," but yet there's a tweet, there's quotes from him. This time last season saying Dembele is not moving. So how can you not see what's going on? You have previous evidence, but it's like people just want to while out for whatever reason.
This is what I'm saying.
People want to while out. That's why I'm just cool. Like Sancho, I believe is on his way. I think it's a question of when rather than not if. If he doesn't come, then I'll have to eat humble pie. But I fully believe he's on his way. That's why I'm really not worried about it.
Liverpool buying my man, yeah. I'm telling you, bro.
See, that even Andrew says you lot are the ops, but JV is right.
I'm telling you, bro. If we buy my man right now,
you got a point. Yeah.
Man, I tell you, he's dead.
Yeah.
Rival. Check you there, bro.
See, you know what?
And then you know what man would do? 1 second. Man would go on and find all his mistakes. And tell us he's dead. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's not good business, but I'm saying because Liverpool are doing good, that's an excellent piece of business.
I don't think it's that, and I 100%, and I know exactly where you're going with it, but my point of view is I don't think it's the player that people are praising. I think it's, we had a target in Jamal Lewis.
No, I know
made
that.
2 bids for him. We've then gone, you're playing hardball. All right, then we've got 2 other targets which we can approach. We're not going to play hardball with you. We then move on to Costas, and 2 days later the deal's done. Do you know what I mean? I think the fluidity and how quickly we've got it done is what they're praising. I don't think it's the player. I think it's the business side of it.
I get what you're both. I get what you're saying. You're just saying that because of the success Liverpool have had, people are going to praise it and say,
because everyone are naturally going to overhype it, which is stupid.
And you know why they're going to do that? Because Liverpool have been so successful in recent times in terms of signing players. You go on, you probably got it right. I can't remember. I think every player, even Keita's starting to kind of turn good now. Keita was the only one of Klopp signings you look at and be like, you haven't really worked out yet. So however many players he signed, you'll be able to tell us, say he signed 12 players and 11 out of those 12 players work. You're going to be like, if you sign someone else, you'll be like, okay, you'll probably get this right. I get what you're saying though, JV. I fully understand what you're saying.
Trust me, I'm telling you right now, bro. Yeah. If we go buy, who do we need now? If we go buy a left back from I don't even know, bro, Rio Ave in Portugal.
Yeah.
We're getting slated, bro. We're getting slated. Man are already trying to pull up. Check this. Man are already trying to pull up things about Sancho to say he's dead. Do you understand?
And that adds into, obviously, the people, you got to understand, United have a lot of haters. So I get what you're saying. Because bear in mind, people are trying to slate Sancho, but he's not even Manchester United player yet. I said this. I was like, that's how you know he's a quality player.
But next time England comes on, man, Sancho! You know what I'm saying? Man will be yelling up Sancho and that.
Yeah, so RKOP says, do you think Man United will have any more signings after Sancho for the game? Yes, I do believe they will. I have to believe they will.
What? Say that again, sorry.
He said, basically he's saying, do you think United will sign anyone after Sancho if they get
No. I honestly think if we have to pay what they're saying now, like 120 and all that, that's it. I think we're done. And you know what it is? That's it. We'll be done.
Yeah.
We'll sign Pogba new contract and he'll do someone else like that. Just tie someone up.
Yeah.
Someone will get. You know what I'm saying?
It'll depend on departures. If you can get rid of Smalling for 20 million, if you can.
You know what? Here's a good point. I say keep Smalling. No. I honestly say what? No, Smalling's better than Lindelof.
Wait, have you not seen the season he's had at Roma?
And the thing is, I was having this debate. Yes, he is better than Lindelof, but Lindelof's not the standard we need either.
No, I know that. So then you keep Smalling and you sell a Lindelof, and then you maybe get another defender.
I think both squad players. Like if they both being kept, I'd like him. I've said this. Squad players fine.
With someone else in.
The issue I have with them is
you know what? I just had this actually.
They're not.
the lineups come out, and funnily enough, he's on the bench.
Who's on the bench?
Lindelof. Bailly starts.
Romero's in.
Okay, go on. Give us the lineup. Whichever one he's wanted to give us the lineup.
Yeah, if you get it first. Mine's just gone off for some reason.
Hayden Andrew says 100% right. I'll be slandering you lot till October. Don't worry, man. I got plenty of slander for
starting
everyone.
11.
Go on.
Romero in net.
Yeah, makes sense.
Definitely makes sense. Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Maguire, Williams, Pogba, Fred, Greenwood, Fernandes, Martial, and Igalo. No, I'm joking. It's Martial.
That's actually, I can't lie, for the first time I think in a long time, Ollie's picked the 11 I would have picked. I legit think that's Manchester United's best 11 with the current players we have. That's our best 11.
And then you've got De Gea, Fosu-Mensah, Lindelof, Mengi, Pereira, James, Lingard, Mata, Matic, McTominay, Chong, and Igalo on the bench.
Akil P said Fred is playing CDM. Will it work? We're playing Copenhagen, so yeah. I should be able to play CDM against
Listen, Fred played CDM against us and had one of the games of his life at Anfield. So
he's not even a CDM. But
you know what? And this is one thing again. This is what I'm saying.
He's not even a CDM. Go on.
Why is that even a question? Have people not seen Fred's season? Fred has been one of our best players this season. I don't like this match of the day watching
20-minute clips and stuff.
Watching them Sky highlights at 5 minutes and that, where they purposefully put in mistakes. Have you noticed that? What next time you watch them Sky highlights, it's like 4 minutes 37. Yeah. Certain players get mistakes put in, and I'm like, are you telling me he did nothing good in that game?
Yeah, I've said
this, what I'm saying?
It was a stat. It was the last game, and people were trying to criticize Fred when we played Lask, and like Fred giving the ball away. And someone put up the stat. Someone was like, Fred lost the game. I'm paraphrasing the numbers. Someone was like, Fred gave the ball away 15 times. McTominay was 35.
And who come on first?
But people will tell you that Fred played worse out of those two.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm a fan of both of them. Like, I'm a fan of Fred. I like McTominay as well. Do I believe either of them are first team players for Manchester United if United want to get back to the top? No.
Do you know what it is?
They're both capable squad players. 1,000%.
You know what I've noticed with McTominay? McTominay needs to be playing regularly. Like, even if it's...
games. I think Fred's the same. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I
think
think
the same.
But I think, no, you know what I think? I think McTominay needs... Even if he comes on off the bench or starts a game, and I think Fred needs more, just first 11, start first 11. But for me, if McTominay doesn't get his off the bench ones, it's like that when you do throw him in, he's hella rusty. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying.
I think, for me, Fred has easily been one of our best players this season.
He's been one of our best.
People, you know what it is?
You know, because of the lockdown, people are doing post-lockdown player season reviews. Like, people trying to tell me, Wan-Bissaka's been one of our best players this season. Yeah. He was my personal player of the year.
This is the thing. Wan-Bissaka's had about 3 bad games. They've all been right at the end when he's burnt out. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, he might have had some games where, you see, for me, what people go off too much with Wan-Bissaka as well is they'll go like this. This is one thing, they'll go, yeah, defensively it was good, but you only got forward and that. And I'm like, well, no, that's not his job.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's not his job. If we have a good right winger, Wan-Bissaka doesn't have to be that. True. Do you know what I'm saying?
And that's why you see less criticism now. Greenwood's coming to it, and Greenwood's not even a right winger.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. People will get onto Wan-Bissaka for going forward, but for me, that's not what he's there for.
Because Faris says, hey, where's Diego Dalot? I'm not sure if he's injured, but for whatever reason,
is he not on the bench again?
Yeah. And Aiden Andrew said Fred's been up and down. First, third was shaky. Second part was good.
No, he was better in the first bit.
Because the first third was when he came to Anfield and it was phenomenal.
Yeah, he was good.
That's what I'm saying.
And people forget, like, during that period where it was literally, there was a point where he was literally.
It was like him and Rashford.
He was the only central midfielder we had fit at one point.
Yeah, but it was like him and Rashford carrying the team at one point.
Because he was phenomenal, and we were bad at Anfield, and he was very good at Anfield. I remember.
He was a key standout from what I remember of Manchester United. He was the standout.
He was the standout player.
No. You know what people don't see? This is why I don't like stats. Stats don't mean a lot if you don't watch the game. So
you need to do both. I think you have to do.
Yes,
the eye
that's
test.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you. You have to do the eye test, but you also have to do the stats.
Yes,
I think you have to do both.
So for me, you could watch a game and you could say, you see the stat at the end of the game. Fred lost the ball how many times? But it's like, well, no, he played this through ball and no one else was on it. Yeah. For me, I don't count that as losing the ball. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
The player didn't make the run.
It's the player who didn't make the run, or I've played you the ball and you're not on it, so it's been intercepted. It's a good pass. Yeah. You're just not on it. Yeah. That goes down as a loss. Yeah. So if you don't watch the match and you're just on the stats like that, it looks like. Do you get what I'm saying?
Listen, I 1,000%
Faris, I'll get to you
agree.
in a sec.
Because here's the thing, because that's a phenomenal point, is you look at it from a Liverpool point of view, you look at Firmino, he doesn't score many goals, but look at how many contributions he has from a little movement somewhere or something like that. Fred's in the exact same mould.
There's no stat for that.
Exactly, there's no stat for how many times he's played a ball into a McTominay's feet, a ball into a Dan James' feet.
There's no stat for off the ball movement which made a goal.
And that's why you have to do the eye test with that.
But you look at Fred for a prime example. I've seen him ping passes into so many people's feet, and then they're just not ready for it, and then they're not moving to the ball, it gets intercepted, and it's not Fred's fault. I've seen it away at Everton, prime example. Anfield, they did it a few times because Matic wasn't on the balls of his feet and Dan James wasn't fully ready for it. I've seen it live, and that's the problem, is stats do matter, but at the same time, it's stats aren't everything.
Yeah. I think that's the key is both. I think you have to do stats, because stats might make you aware of something you just like. I get stats sometimes I just genuinely didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Where it'll be like, oh, such and such, a striker scored. Right, he scored 20 goals this season. But I didn't even realise, because I didn't even rate him, type of thing. Or such and such a player covered the third most distance. But when you see him, you think, right, you don't even look like you cover that much distance.
That's Pirlo. That was Pirlo's. Always, people say Pirlo the run. Stats.
He just moves. That's what it is. He moves very cleverly, and probably with his movement as well. Probably a lot of it off camera. Because obviously we've all been this. What we know as fans who go to games, and you just notice anyone who's been to matches, who's watching or listening in, will tell you, like, you see so much off. When you see so much more, because you can watch the whole pitch, especially if you're one side of the pitch, like you can see the whole thing. Whereas if it's Sky or BT or BBC, they're showing you
subtle
specific
things that Bruno Fernandes does. You'll notice the subtle things that Rashford will do off the ball, Fred will do off
it's
the ball.
It's like a deep line midfielder or a central midfielder or a defensive midfielder. They do so much running what's not picked up on the camera, because the camera's then moving
into
with
the
goal.
Final third.
So then my man's positioning, watching it. Where's he? You know what I'm saying? My man's looking around. He's getting back in position. Because if then you notice, if he's out of position when it comes back from that, he's at fault, and they know this. So then a lot of their movement is covering. Do you get what I'm saying? Like a lot of the time, you'll watch Matic. If Maguire comes out, Matic drops back in. Yeah. You know, and little things like that. And
smart things like that.
You get where I'm coming from. Fabinho does it.
Yes.
And Henderson does it. When
Trent goes forward.
You know what I'm saying? So there's people who just stick on the stats and they don't watch, you know what I'm saying? So they don't realise certain things. Stats are very misleading if you don't actually watch a full 90 minutes of football.
Yeah, because there's stuff, like you said, that can't be picked up via stats. Like movement, you can't pick up attacking movement. Like that run you made to take a defender away, that's when then caused the goal. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So yeah, Faris did respond. He said he was talking about the left back Liverpool side. He said that's because we don't have the luxury and affordability to take the risk and sign Costas, who hasn't been proven in the top league. That's the difference, brother JV.
No, I hear you. But my point is, all right then. Nah, but all right then. I'll put it to you like this: if we check this, if we miss out on Sancho. I keep doing this when I'm talking about it.
It's cool.
If we miss out on Sancho and go get Coleman tomorrow, man will be saying, you didn't get Sancho. True. Do you understand? Yeah. This is my point. I'm saying because it's United.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That adds into it.
I'm saying definitely. Because it's United, it's looked at differently. Yeah. Whereas because there's such a big Liverpool bias at the moment, and you can say rightly so because they are the champions.
And I think that's something you get because you are the champions. When you're the best, it's like with City. It's like Pep. Obviously, he's got, even this season, he's not being criticised to me like he should have been. But when they was having them 2 seasons back to back,
we need a show on that.
For the 2 seasons that he had back to back that he had previously, it's like people will forgive you signing such and such signing up at Eric Garcia or someone or Stones or Cancelo because you got 90 plus points, or Mendy. Like people forgive those things because it's like, more often than not, you get it right.
Yeah.
So I think success breeds that. Success gives you time. Like if you're a fan of Oli, you will forgive his mistakes and his errors. Whereas if you're not a fan of Oli, but I'm down the middle, like even though I'm not a fan of Oli, I will credit him where credit's due. Yeah, I give credit where it's due. And that's the third thing I did as soon as United finished in the top 4. Yeah, Faris said 100% JV. Yeah, JV, get up if you can, innit? The game.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Yeah. I was just saying, what's the... Just trying to find the kickoff now. Yeah,
clock's on BT, no worry. But yeah, we'll just keep going through some comments as well.
Just a quick one.
Yeah, go on.
I'll cover quickly before we go into the thingy.
Into the game. Yeah, go on.
Champions League.
Oh, yeah, so we can run through that quick if you want. And then obviously, once the first half's finished, we can then go back into it. But we can run through who we think will win. So we'll start with the biggest tie, I think, which is Barcelona by Munich.
Bayern.
Yeah, I think Bayern will win. Okay, so I'll put it this way. If Bayern win, is that a stain on Messi not being able to get past Bayern? Because I can see Bayern beating them up,
I don't know. Did you see him the other night?
Who?
Messi.
Yeah, he was very good.
That was vintage Messi. Was if he has a game like that in the final, it's a wrap. Where you see one thing I'll say, the big difference between Messi and Ronaldo is when Ronaldo's on it, he's on it from minute one. Boom, you know, he'll test the keeper early, he'll do all of this, he'll have chances, and then he'll start scoring. With Messi, he kind of just drifts in the game, but then the first thing he'll do will be like an assist, like an incredible assist though, or a goal. Like both of those goals he got the other night, I was like, he's not done nothing. Do you know what I mean?
That's a sign of a good player, isn't it?
That's a great player. That's one thing I'd say. I wouldn't say he's got over Ronaldo because I think it's the two different playing styles. But
you know what? It's really with those two, really his preference.
Oh, 100% his preference.
It's 1,000% preference. I know who I'd rather have, but if someone tells me Messi, I'm not going to say you're wrong.
But the biggest stain on Messi was last season's Champions League. You're 3-0 up. How do you not see that game out?
I honestly believe, and this is where I think they differ.
If it was Ronaldo in that situation,
Ronaldo's more of a leader. Ronaldo's more of a. He will bring that out of you.
He's literally got to pick up the ball off the goalkeeper and dribble past everyone.
Yeah,
I can guarantee if that's Ronaldo in Messi position, we don't go through to the final.
No. Ronaldo does.
He has that killer instinct.
Ronaldo would score.
Yeah,
and put the game to bed.
That Michael Jordan.
You know what it is?
Thing.
This is the thing where the difference between them. Ronaldo can change in a match. So Ronaldo can get the ball on the left wing and he start dancing and that.
And he can adapt.
Or Ronaldo can go, right, it's time now. Boom, I'm a centre forward. And boom, I'm scoring a diving header in your bottom corner. And do you know what I mean? Or I'm wrestling with your biggest defender and I'm getting up. He's got that difference. That's where
killer instinct.
You see, with Messi is Messi. It's just like a magical thing. Ronaldo is like 4 players in one, you know. He can do the right wing thing, he can do the left wing thing, he can do the centre. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Messi can't do all of those things, but he does it like Messi, if that makes sense. He does it like Messi, so he'll be a attacking midfielder like a Messi type.
So who you picking? Do you got Barcelona, Bayern?
If it gets to the final?
No.
They meet.
Oh, is that the next thing?
That's the next thing. We're going to go through the games before you find it. So you said
I don't
know. You unsure at the minute?
I'm going to say Bayern, you know, just they're on fire.
Bayern. I'm saying Bayern. Manchester City, Leon, Stroh, quickly.
You know what? I'm not just saying
we'll get back to this after the first half as well.
Leon gave him a good game when he played him. So don't be surprised. I'm going to say City, but don't be surprised if it's close to what people think.
Man City, Leon?
I'm going to say City. I think they might have, but you know what it depends on as well. Depay, because he did that the other night for them.
Interested, yeah. We'll get onto him as well.
He took control for them.
So we're all full house. Atalanta, PSG, Stroh.
I fancy Atlanta, you know.
Yeah, Atalanta, you know.
Is Mbappe injured?
To be honest, with the way Atlanta are playing and the way they played at City, they are battering teams.
All right.
Atalanta are one of the highest scoring teams in Europe this season.
Yeah, is Mbappe not injured?
I don't know.
No, you're
sure. Yeah, but there's one thing.
Oh, yeah, he is. You're right. Yeah. He's injured.
Yeah, but
he is. He's on crutches, weren't he?
Yeah.
And the last quarter final, Leipzig, Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, they've not got no Werner in it, so Atletico Madrid.
And here's the problem: it's now one game, not 2 legs.
You know what? That is where it could all change, though, as well.
One-off games, yeah.
And this is why I'm saying the likes of Leon could really put it to Manchester City
because it's one-off.
And you know what City are like when sometimes
Jesus misses so many chances.
So yeah, we are now watching the game live. So Stroh will take you through the commentary. Obviously, we'll still be here. You're not taking us through the commentary, Stroh. No, you don't fancy it this time. This is your moment.
No, but no, it's just I'm just trying to figure out. Obviously, with Copenhagen obviously it's in Germany, so I'm intrigued as to how they're going to approach it because it looks like they're playing the ball out from the back. They look fairly comfortable, but I'm intrigued by how Copenhagen are going to approach it, and obviously with Copenhagen looking like they're going to play it out from the back, is Ollie going to switch his tactics up and go for a high press and really go for it? Because like I said, it's now one game, and
I can tell you already now, no.
They've got some exciting young players though, Copenhagen.
Yeah, they have very quick, very pacey. I mean, they look comfortable on the ball, which is a good start.
A kid up front, Mohamed Darami, or something like that. Get at me in the comments. You man, a football man in the comments still.
Yeah,
He's one of them where
I'll tell you what.
Someone's good tackle that was him then, you know. Good tackle bye. But yes, Faris, and to anyone watching or anyone who's listening, we will be doing a watch along / live commentary. Yeah, we will be doing that on this game.
Yeah, Fred
Picks it up. That's a nice ball in there.
Yes, do you get what I'm saying?
That's
you see,
nice.
because he's got the players there, that gets lost normally.
I get what you say.
Trust me, man.
That's into Pereira.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Copenhagen are playing some nice football in tight areas. Little triangles over the pitch. It'll be a good game, this. It really will.
Yeah, like I said, we will be taking you through the full first half, people.
I think if Baye stays fully fit, if we can have Baye fit for a season,
It'll be fine. Him and Axel United don't need a centre back.
if them two stay fit,
Yeah, we don't need a centre back if those two stay fit.
We've got that quality.
Yeah, I think a holding midfielder, a left back, and a right winger are much more
Just get rid
important.
of Jones, fam.
And Rojo and these man, just pay him off.
No, I see Rojo and them man there. I think Rojo will just go. We'll be able to get rid of him to
Argentinian club.
Wanted Rojo, was it Everton?
Supposedly, yeah. Hopefully they'll come and pick up Phil Jones, but now they got Ancelotti, and I think Ancelotti's a little bit smarter than that.
It's a pity Sunderland aren't in the Premier League.
Yeah, Sunderland.
Phil Jones.
Or Newcastle. Yeah.
Oh, he screams Newcastle.
He still screams Newcastle.
Wow, what's going on
does
there, bro?
scream
Stevie
Newcastle.
Bruce as well. That's his type of defender, bro.
It's type of defender.
The meathead man there.
Yeah, Faris, we are until 9 p.m. as normal. So, yeah, everyone listening in from a third eye view, we're live every Monday, 7 p.m. till 9
United
p.m.
with a corner.
Yeah, corner to United, Bruno.
See, this is probably gonna bite me in the butt, but Maguire hasn't really been the same threat that I've normally seen from corners this season, which is surprising.
Do you know why? Because our corner delivery is quite poor.
That's true.
We've infamously been bad on corners.
Yeah.
I agree. But there was one where he missed.
Do you know what it is, though? You can say that, but we tend to get a lot of free kicks as well, and he's not really done anything on that.
Yeah,
so
it's surprising because you look at him at England, he bullied centre-backs, he won everything in the air, he was dominant, and that's one of the reasons why Manchester United bought him.
You know what I think a lot of it comes down to with Maguire, what a lot of people need to understand, or not even understand, or like they might have not clocked it. I think the three in the back thing, that extra thingy of the extra, very good pass there from...
Good defending.
I think it was Martial out to Greenwood on the right. He's with the three at the back. He's got so much more insurance, and he can do what he wants, and then everything else looks better.
Yeah, put him in a two. It's
I feel like Pickford is not on De Gea's level, but I think he's more of a commanding, speaking goalkeeper.
At least they'll come out and try and catch it. He might miss it.
No, but I think he's more of a speaker than De Gea.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, you can definitely tell.
So that helps you. You know what I'm saying? No matter. I'm not. He's
not
shocking
saying,
between the
yeah,
sticks.
not saying he's a better goalkeeper, but if you've got your back to the man and you can hear someone saying "man on" or just like a little thing,
or play it to the left, he's coming this side. Do you know what I'm saying?
Ball on the inside. It's well defended again.
I think these play three at the back as well. You know, if I'm right.
Yeah, this is what I mean. This is why I was saying I wonder if Ollie will switch his tactics up during the game and quite early on just to go for like.
Ollie don't switch up his tactics. It's 4-2-3-1 for life.
We've not got the clientele on the pitch to do it.
It's 4-2-3-1 for life. It's not 4-3-3. It's not 4-5-1. It's 4-2-3-1 for life.
Bruno on the ball, got a bit of space. Comes back to Pogba.
See, Pogba's way too deep there. That's my issue. I don't want Pogba there picking up the ball. Look how deep he is there on the ball.
The problem
is so much more advanced.
Do you know what it is with me? I understand this argument, but what everyone else needs to understand, that's because the rest of the team is not good enough.
What a pass that is. See, I understand what you're saying about it's too deep, but then when he opens play up like that from deep, it's...
Oh.
That's a ball by Fred. That.
See, who's that? See, you know what?
That's a very good ball by Fred.
Yeah, but you see, like, Fred on the stats, that wouldn't show, do you know what I mean?
Yes. There's no stat for that. That's why, all right then, imagine someone like a Xavi. Yeah, he got a lot of assists, but if there was a stat for assisting the assister, Xavi is, you know what I mean, all-time highest. You know what I'm saying? How many times do you see him?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
He sets up the person who sets up the goal.
Here's the problem Copenhagen have got now. It looks like when United decide to turn it up and flip the switch, they just break through the lines so easy. Like the Fred pass then, the Pogba pass, like, it just looks like this is now going to be the...
That they've clocked away what to do.
Yeah.
They've clocked a weakness. Corner from Bruno. Deep. Slab head, I think. Yeah, slab head at the back post and that.
Only from a third eye view when you hear a player referred to as slabhead.
Nah, that's his nickname, bro. That's not even a JV special.
Yeah, it's not JV special. It's just funny that we use the nicknames.
You know what's jokes
that's what
though?
Makes from that's what makes from a third eye view from a third eye view.
Do you know you catch the jokes though? When I was younger, my nickname was Musclehead. Man's head's been the same. Oh yeah, I think that is that Darren kid. My head's been the same since I've been like 8, bro. But that's another side story. You know what? One thing I have clocked about Copenhagen, Copenhagen, sorry, they're quite a big team.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They look quite physical.
Set pieces could be key tonight.
Yeah, they look like a team who would probably be quite dangerous from a corner.
And to be honest, this is where you pay your money for a Harry Maguire to be dominant in both boxes.
And command him.
Yeah. Especially in a game like this where you can see that Copenhagen have got some really tall players.
That's the difference there. Fred carries the ball. He's carried the ball. Whereas Matic would not carry that ball in the middle. Bailly, Bailly's even... that's not a bad pass, you know.
No, it's not a bad pass, it's just...
I think, was he fouled? Okay, I'll give him his dues. But you get what I mean? With that ball loss, that's why I don't like it.
Because,
not very clear.
For example, rival... And this is coming from a Liverpool fan. Rival fans are now using that exact same stick to beat Bruno Fernandes with. Even some United fans have seen, he loses the ball too much. It's because he's an attacking midfielder. He's playing a pass.
Everything.
He's playing a pass to try and break the lines, and he's trying to take a risk to win you the game.
I said this when we were saying it about Pogba.
I would much rather have my midfielders have stats where they're losing the ball in an attacking third to try and gain an advantage and to try and create a goal than to just play sideways all the time. Imagine Kevin De Bruyne's stats. I bet they don't get mentioned.
Free kick for United. Ooh, Rashford was in that. Chelsea,
big
versus Chelsea territory.
Faris said here, David De Gea depresses the squad and decreases the squad morale. Don't see any leadership skills in him. Sergio Romero is a much better influence, I'm guessing you'd say, there on the squad.
Bro, I said this for a long time.
Apparently Romero's off. Have you seen to where?
Where?
You ain't gonna like this.
Go on.
Leeds? Because of Bielsa?
There you go. Makes sense.
I
think he's a good goalkeeper.
I'm telling you right now, if they get him, they could get Europe. Because he will save them. Save them
points.
Yeah.
This breaks. There's Rashford on the ball. Plays it into Martial back to. That's unlucky. That's a nice move. Greenwood, Martial, Rashford all linking up there. That's very unlucky.
Didn't really get hold of the ball.
That's very unlucky.
I tell you what, Copenhagen are really trying to play out quickly. Whenever they've got the ball, that's a good.
Yeah,
that is easy to break through the lines.
They're on the break now. Out to the right. Blondie.
I like that, Blondie. United did well to get back in there. Yeah. Williams stood him up there because he could have easily have dived in.
Yeah, that's the problem with some.
With I know this brother here. He used to play for Ajax.
Yeah, he's just chipped it away for a goal kick.
What? What's his name? Okay, I don't think I can say his name on there, people.
Yeah, don't repeat his name on it. We'll just call him Bell. Yeah, we'll just call him Bell.
And in other news,
that's unlucky. That
you know what? Both teams are trying to do the same thing to each other.
Yeah, play out quickly from the back
and then break.
Obviously, whilst we're watching this, we're commentating on it. Genuine question.
Go on.
If, for example, you sell Dean Henderson because he wants to stay at Sheffield United, you can see that De Gea has clearly been dropped. Is there more of an argument that a goalkeeper is more of a necessity than a Jadon Sancho?
Nah,
they are both key areas.
But if you had to pick one, which one would you pick?
I couldn't choose between them.
Honestly,
I can't even pick. To tell you the truth,
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I can't pick between a right winger, a goalkeeper, a left back, and a holding midfielder.
Honestly, for me though, with all of those positions, the one position out of them where we do have someone who is good enough is Romero. For me, Romero.
Yeah. Put it this way: if Romero
is good enough,
if Romero's number one for Manchester United at the start of next season, I wouldn't have an issue.
I wouldn't have an issue
because I'm like, okay, let's give you've been a good number two. Let's see if you are good enough to be.
If Romero was number one and we've sold De Gea and we've got Henderson there as well, I'd say that's perfect. Yeah. Blondie on the right.
Ball down the line.
It's good there. That is a good ball still.
We recovered well enough.
Yeah, again.
You know what I think? I know that they do have that. Mohamed Daramy, he's very quick.
Oh.
I'm not sure for the rest of them because it seems when they get the ball in that position,
even though there's
not much movement, is there?
They seem like they lack.
A bit of
talisman up top.
Yeah, a bit of creativity, and a bit of movement.
A bit of that flair.
Because if you see their outboard, is their right back.
Do
you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying thoroughly.
The guy who's had the ball most there's the right back.
That's a poor pass.
I tell you what, though, it is very end to end, which I've noticed.
It's open.
It's a very open game.
I think it's one-legged.
Yes, I was about to say that.
It's one-legged.
There's
no let's not try and concede an away goal.
Realistically, a game, if this is two legs, United want this. But because and this is what I mean, and this is what I'm saying about the Champions League, is because it's now one leg, anything can happen in one game.
Do you know what this is like for them?
This is like a cup final.
It's a leveler.
this is like for them. They've already played the first leg at ours and drawn 0-0.
So
you know what I'm saying? Right, we've got them back at our ground now.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do. Even though it's a neutral venue, you can see that's how they're treating it.
That kind of mentality.
Yeah,
it's literally a cup final.
Yeah,
for them.
they're treating it as like, let's go
this
for
is
it.
where you will get some shock results in the Europa League and in the. Oh my God, he's kept that on.
Did well there.
Done very well.
See, look.
With the Gucci headband.
Working it into the box here. Is this Daramy? Oh! What's going on? Yo, madness. Yeah, they nearly scored.
Wow, that literally.
I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't see what happened.
To be fair, from the camera angle, it looked like they slotted it in.
It did, innit?
Yeah.
That's what I said, you get me? You might hear a bit of pub reactions from JV today.
That's what it is. You're gonna see like JV.
Copenhagen
like
trying to come back.
Oh, did
it
hit Wan-Bissaka right in the snot box? That unlucky.
I thought it was his jubblies.
No. It was right
in the face.
Yeah, it was right in the snot box.
Right in the snotters.
Yeah. Right in the snot.
Oh, yeah, it was a slapper in his boat race.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's feeling
He's
it.
fine now.
He'll be all right, man.
There's only Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, man. Remember where you hit it
Let's
first.
see what happened there. The replaying it. Ooh, that was well defended. Was that?
Bailly, man.
Bailly, yeah. Well defended.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Do you know what's
With
crazy?
Lindelof, that's a goal.
Do you know what's crazy about Bailly?
Yeah, go on.
When we played in Europa League in
Slush man.
2017, when Bailly played for Villarreal, not just saying this, I remember. No, not
okay,
Anfield.
when you played.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
But when we played him, Firmino had him on toast, and when you bought him, I was thinking, get in. This guy's terrible. 6 months in, I'm thinking, who the hell is this centre back? Like, he's a completely different player. And then you look at him, he's got everything you want in a centre back. He's quick, athleticism, he's dominant in the air, he can pass the ball.
He has that little bit. He has that little bit of craziness in him that you need as well. A little bit of madness.
That's an old school defender trait.
Yes, he has that little bit.
Every big defender back in the day was mad.
Yes, he had a little
they
bit.
Would
of that
get
madness
blasted
in
in the face and all that.
Yeah.
And then we're just like,
like wipe the blood off and all that.
Tony Adams.
What do you mean I have to go off because my head's bleeding? You know what I'm saying? Type of bad thing, innit?
But it's like, from seeing him over them 2 legs to seeing him now, it's night and day. And it's like, even it still surprises me to this day because of how bad he was against us to how good he is now. Yeah. It's like, fair play. That's probably one transfer where I look at.
What Farris meant before. He's saying what time in the match. We're on 14 minutes.
Oh, is that what
11.
you're saying? Okay.
Go on, sorry guys.
In the match in seconds. Yeah, we are watching it on the actual BT app.
Yeah, so if we're delayed, just
Farris says Eric Bailly over Harry Maguire should be common knowledge by now. I think Bailly's our best defender. I've said this.
I said this from a long time.
Oh, don't get me
wrong. You know what? Don't get me wrong. I think the reason for us maybe buying a Maguire is because Bailly's not fit. I think if we have a player,
I agree.
If we have Bailly fully fit.
You know what? I think they complement each other.
If you have Bailly fully fit and then you buy a Maguire,
the pace next to Maguire.
Yes.
Maguire's more dominant in
yes,
the air.
that's why it works.
Probably better with the ball at his feet.
There we go.
But you've got Bailly that can mop up in behind. Yeah. Maguire might go missing a bit.
There we go.
If Bailly is fully fit before we buy Maguire, it makes the Maguire signing look even better.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because then you know. Oh, who's that again?
Defended? Was that Bailly? I think it was Bailly. It looked like a Bailly clearance.
I tell you what, United have defended him really well so far.
It might have been Williams, you know.
Whoever it was, it's either one of those two. Does that look like a bit of crazy defending?
Yeah, we need to get that going through the squad, man. Be a bit mad, man.
Here we go.
Oi!
Right across United's box, but
Copenhagen,
goal kick.
They're giving it a go.
Yeah, they've not come and sat back.
Well, you know, whoever they played last match, they won 3-0. Who was that?
We'll soon find out. Yeah, I think he was right. I think it was Williams. Yeah.
Get me, my guy.
It was Williams.
I tell you what, that's brave defending because he's got a man that's flying in behind him. He could have took one. Fair play. I like Williams. I think he's. The game at Anfield as well. He was another one that impressed me because I felt because obviously you had Luke Shaw as the left centre back and you had Williams as the left wing back.
Yeah.
And listen, marking Salah at Anfield at any point under lights is a tough feat, but he did well.
I was scared of that match, to be honest, because I thought as good as I think he is, I thought they would have tried to expose him.
Yeah.
But everything went down the right hand side, which was what surprised me. Everything went down Mane's side.
I hear you. I get what you're saying thoroughly.
United with the ball, centre back position. Maguire passes it back to Brando. Back to the keeper. Bailly to Frederick.
But you see, you look at Fred there. He's playing forward, which is...
Oh, see, that's a ball loss. That makes sense. Oh!
Wait.
Look at United.
Was that handball?
United literally clinging on for their dear lives here.
Oh, you know. I think that was handball.
You know what? That's a commentator's curse. That we've been praising Fred.
Oh, go on.
Yeah.
Oh!
Is he in?
Oh, handball.
Handball. Look, this is fluid Ollie football, this.
Wowee.
I love how you are getting the natural reaction of what it's like watching a game.
Yeah, man. Pub
I love
reactions.
it.
One
Yeah, I
them,
love it.
one of them official things there.
Look at that beautiful
Just to let you know, a picture of Salah popped up.
Yeah, Stro was talking about me, man.
See
It's
how
alright.
quick that was to get a reaction out of you two.
Nah, Stro, you was talking about me. I understand. I get it. You know
I
what
was
mean?
looking in the mirror, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
You know what? If I'm mistaken, I'm sure these had a good. They had a good run in this competition last year.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
That man, Ndoye used to have up front for them. Senegalese striker.
So bit of a late tackle. The thing with Copenhagen is they're one of them because set pieces will be key for them, as you've seen already. They're a threat from set pieces. They can defend quite well, so it will be one of them where if you can catch him in a transition.
I've noticed what they're doing now. They're not afraid to give away fouls in that, just after the centre circle area.
Yeah, United really haven't been good so far.
Yeah, because of the height and
Fred,
because of how well they
there.
defend.
But see, all right then, I'll say Fred got caught then. But if you look at that, how is there two Copenhagen players in front of him?
Who is it?
And there's none of our players.
Yeah, there's no options.
There's no options.
That's poor from Bayern.
Yeah,
Tell you what, if he goes down there, it's a penalty because
it gives the referee a decision.
Because he's got his hands all over him.
Yeah, it gives the defender a decision. There he goes, jumping in again.
This is what I'm saying, though. Like, we praise it. It's commentator's curse.
It is commentator's curse.
You know what it is with Bailly as well?
I should praise everyone at my
He will. This is why he gets so injured.
Flying in like that.
Yeah.
He puts himself on the line about 5 times a game.
Yeah, literally.
Do you get what I'm saying?
He's literally all in. Like, there's no half-heartedness. And you know what? You know he's like that in training.
Yes.
Like, there's no switch off.
What's he doing there?
Is that Wan-Bissaka?
I think
it was Bailly just trying to clip it down the line and it just gets...
Go on, Fred, don't get caught. So Fred slides it, passes it into Pogba. Pogba out wide to Wan-Bissaka, who then passes it back into Pogba. Pogba starts telling him to move, who slides it out to Fred. Fred is now on it, who pops a nice ball into Martial. Oh, it's Bruno, sorry. He plays it out to Williams. That was a nice move. United on the move now. Rashford has it on the left-hand side. Plays it inside to Bruno. Bruno flicks it out to Williams. And that was a nice move by United, actually. That's the best move we put together. Nice little gives and goals. Here we go, Eric Bailly. They're just replaying Eric Bailly going in. That's typical Eric Bailly. That is typical Eric Bailly. Corner to United, short corner. Who's?
Ball update from the Inter Milan game. Lukaku's just scored.
Yeah.
Oh! Who's that? Rashford hits the bar.
Rashford hits it. He should have scored.
Yeah.
Let me replay that. I think he should have scored.
Was it Rashford? Because look at Bruno.
Yeah, it might have been Bruno.
Was it Bruno?
I think he should have scored.
I don't even think he was expecting it. It came on. Oh, no, everyone's offside.
It's a good delivery.
Oh yeah, it was Bruno.
Yeah,
I think it's already. Oh no, goal kick.
Yeah. Offside. No, they give the offside.
Yeah, Faris says here, Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof is a better centre-back partnership than Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof. Yeah, I think Bailly, because I think Lindelof and Maguire are too similar. It's the lack of pace between the two of them. That's what it is. It is. That's the problem. But yeah, at least United finally managed to put a move together.
We're treating it as if we have gone away to Copenhagen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We are literally treating it as if we've gone. I don't know if they're unfamiliar with the ground. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, but the other team is, so come on, lads, kick it in. This is where I get at the manager a bit, because you see how things are going against a team like this, and there's no. All right, then. Oh no, I've not got the sound on, copyright reasons. But I've not seen a picture of Ollie, instructing or anything. But saying that, you know what, Copenhagen, they do look as if they're set up to not frustrate us, but absorb and then just
Yeah, this is what
Do you know
this is what I'm saying.
Absorbing an attack.
When you look at the way they're approaching the game, is in transitions they're going to try and hit you on the break quick. So, for example, the second the ball's in the goalkeeper's hands, they're not waiting around. They're getting it to the left back and the right back quickly because they're looking to break through the lines as quickly as possible. And this is what I mean about Ollie is. Surely at some point you've got to react to that because at some point you're going to get punished by it. Copenhagen have had 2 of the best chances so far. Look, and there you go again, catching them on the break.
But you know what that's down to? That's down to availability again. What? Oh, my man. Yeah, my man.
They really do. You can tell why Copenhagen are in the Europa League. You can see that they lack. If they had a striker here, United would be in trouble.
Look at that. Look at this.
Yeah.
The number 10. The number 10 tries to step over, and yeah.
But here's the problem. There, you start automatically criticise the midfielder who loses the ball, but there's no criticism for the men in front of him who aren't moving, who are static.
Yes. See, look here now. That's one criticism where we need to. Sometimes when we don't push forward when we need to. But I think it's a case of. You see, I've never known a team to try and control the game from the defence. You control the game from the midfield.
Well. So this comes on to the Ollie thing.
Look, we've lost it again because we're trying to control the game from the defence. It makes no sense.
Because there's not enough men in the midfield to play a pass to.
But then that's what I'm saying.
So then for what you need to do for until half time, or ball slipped in.
I think that was Pogba to Martial to Greenwood. It's gone out a bit wider than he went on the right. It's back in now to Pogba in the middle. Does that move all the time and man can't really.
Tell you what, Copenhagen have got in so quickly. Look at how many men are behind the ball now.
Literally
That's what
all
I think
11.
they're designed to do.
Literally all 11.
Yeah.
This is where United now have to pop it quick.
Yes.
See that? Break the lines. There we go. Unlucky. Stuff like that. Was that? Is that Inter scored again?
Nah, Havertz has scored for Leverkusen.
Okay.
So unless someone in the comments let me know, I think it is 1-0 in the Inter Leverkusen game.
So here's the point I was making is for the next till half time, you can clearly see that when Fred's picking the ball up, there's no options in front of him.
Yes.
So he's not got another centre midfielder to pass it to because Pogba's being marked by a few players. Yeah. Although it's not what you want from a Bruno Fernandes, you pull him in as one of the 3. Yeah. Just for the next 20 minutes to control the pace of the game.
Literally, Manchester United here playing Copenhagen, and we can't dominate the ball. And you see, look.
As you can tell, this is the managing side.
Again, manager's side, and this is really interesting to see. And this is my issue with Ollie, is things like this. And then you know what will happen in this game before half time? Somebody will produce a piece of magic, and everyone will forget about this half an hour. What we in 25 minutes in, 25 minutes in. Someone will produce a piece of magic. People will forget.
This has been our saving grace at times. This water break thing.
What do you think?
Yes, because you can now relay a message, whereas you don't have this. The message ain't getting relayed.
Because this is the point. If you bring Fernandes in as one as the sitting 3, and when I say sitting 3, it's a flat 3, right? Is one of them's going to naturally be open more as a result. So although you're not playing him as an attacking midfielder, he's going to get a lot more time and space on the ball and off the ball where you can receive the ball from an attacking threat just by moving him back slightly. So for me, I look at it and I'm like, I don't understand why Solskjaer's not doing it. Because you can control the pace of the game. 2, you keep hold of the ball and you frustrate Copenhagen. 3, like I said, one of them naturally will create more space and will be open more as a result.
Okay, yeah, he said Inter 2-1 to Charles to Stefan. He says Lukaku and Havertz have both scored. So yeah, it's Inter 2-1.
Okay.
It's Inter 2-1. But yeah, that's very interesting. You can tell you're a manager. Oh yeah, Stroll, speaking of manager, obviously, tell everyone who's listening, watching in, obviously, about your new team. You're looking for sponsors, etc. Give them the full spiel.
Yeah. So I've just moved over from my old club. Started at Urmston Town, so it's based in Stretford, so it's a proper Stretford team.
Oh, like Urmston Town?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out Urmston Town. Top goal scorer, 2004. It's getting me done.
So obviously, moved over. We're going to be playing the newly formed Stretford Paddock on the 29th of August. So for those of you that watch United fan channels, it's Full Time Devils. It's basically their new venture. So they've moved into the league. And listen, you can't come into the league without having a proper Stretford derby. But yeah, we are looking for sponsors for the next season to sponsor playing equipment, match day equipment, and obviously training equipment. So if you are interested, hit me up on Instagram, Mr. Bloodstro. Hit me up on Twitter, Ryan Waymond AWF, or UT or the Instagram, which I'll put in the link at the end. But yeah, it's gonna be a good thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, this is the management side coming out of it, because I've had to do it in the past where I've had to sacrifice an attacking midfielder for what he's good at for the sake of the result.
The team, yeah. I fully get what you're saying.
This is a free kick and an attack.
Aiden Andrews says, Stroll, make sure you slap them, man.
What's going on there now?
Free kick in a dangerous area. It's probably be Rashford or Bruno.
Yeah. Curly hair, brother. Give away the free kick for Copenhagen. Oh, yeah, it's a goal, this.
Yo, so you calling this goal already from Bruno?
It's a goal, this, bro.
Bruno, yeah, okay. We'll see.
Speaking of sponsors, if anyone wants to sponsor like suntan for when I'm in here, because I catch a tan quick.
Over the wall. This is one of them over the wall and low, yeah?
Over the wall and
over
low.
Wall and low. JV called it, yeah?
You're taking it? You got Fred, Bruno, and Pogba all over it.
It's probably Bruno from this position.
Yes. Because Pogba's just stepped away. So it's looking like it's going to be Bruno.
Fred's at too much of an angle for it to be him, unless he's going to just hook it. Yeah, that was
Bruno
dead,
over
that
the
fam.
bar.
You man had too much time off.
Bruno over the bar, unfortunate. Have United even had a shot on target yet?
No.
Just the Bruno's
Just
crossbar.
The two Bruno's chances.
Just a quick one on that Aiden Andrews comment. Lukaku, 31 goals this season, yeah?
Yeah, not bad.
Most goals for Inter since which striker?
Brazilian Ronaldo?
Etu.
Yeah, okay. Lukaku, we all know he's a goal scorer. We all know the issues that he has. He's been a goal scorer. At Everton, he was a goal scorer. At Manchester United, he was a goal scorer. The issue we have is his all-round game.
Ooh, poor pass from the inside. United on the break.
Oh, poor touch there.
See, this is the thing with United is you catch so many teams out in a transition where you just nick it off them. It's a bad pass because you press them and you play the ball inside. And you can Southampton game's a prime example. You don't capitalise on it enough because it's like you're not ready. I don't get it.
Mentally. It's not.
That's a great touch there by Maguire to bring that down. Who then puts it into Fred.
With United, it's not about ability, you know.
That's a ball by Fred. Look at that hold up, Greenwood. Woo.
Wow.
And look at
that was incredible. Woo.
Bang.
Shoot. Should have shot.
Too long.
See, this is what I mean.
Martial should have shot, but unlucky. Wan-Bissaka now onto Greenwood.
Greenwood shown some real
into Pogba.
Play there.
That's where you want Pogba. Look at that. What a ball. That is out.
Perfect.
Right to Rashford. Rashford has it in the Copenhagen box, just outside the box now. Trying to create some space. Crosses it in.
Oh!
Ooh, unfortunate.
Use that for Martial.
Martial unlucky there.
Unlucky.
What a move though. What a ball by Pogba over the top. That was a nice ball. What? Clever.
This is where your argument comes into fruition about Pogba being too deep.
Yes.
Because he creates. That's another one of those.
Yeah.
Assisting the assist.
Yes.
If that's a goal.
Goal. And that's exactly where he should be. Like I'm saying, the thing is, that's what Oli got the job doing, was playing 4-3-3. So I don't know why he all of a sudden abandoned it and went into this 4-2-3-1. And the thing is, he was playing Matic, Herrera, and Pogba.
I understand.
Bruno can.
4-3-3 is probably more.
It's more suitable to the players I think we have.
It's more actually sturdy, if that makes sense.
I understand why you did the 4-2-3-1 when you didn't have a Bruno Fernandes and a Pogba fit. I completely get that.
That makes sense.
Now you've got them fit, is you have to revert to a 4-3-3.
Yeah, you play Bruno where Herrera was. You have Pogba still doing what Pogba does, and you can play Fred, McTominay, or Matic in the DM role.
You know, one thing I want to see more from United.
Go on.
Is I want to see them interchange that front three.
You want to see more interchangeable?
It needs to be more interchangeable.
Yeah,
some of our best moments this season when they've all been together is when they've interchanged. When Greenwood clips in that cross from the left for.
But I think that comes from once you are dominating the ball, and that is something for whatever reason, whether it's the players, whether it's the Oli, we don't dominate games and dominate the ball.
No, it's the midfield.
Playing Copenhagen, we should dominate.
No,
United
the interchanging comes on the training pitch.
That's true.
Well,
That's nice. That's very nice from Pogba. That you then played it into Greenwood.
See that then? I'm telling you now. For anyone who tried to tell me Greenwood's a winger, he's not. If you see his play in the middle, it's phenomenal.
That's unfortunate. Did you keep that in? That was well kept in there by Bruno. Very well.
Oh, it's a great pass inside.
Plays it to Brandon Williams. All you got to do is cross it. Ooh.
No, that's a good move, that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Sorry for my sound effects, people. Like watching it.
United have kicked it up again, though. Since the drinks break, United have kicked it up.
This is what I said.
They've picked it up.
Told you.
Yeah, you called it.
But this is what I said earlier: is when United look like they can just flip the switch, is you'll pin them back, and then Copenhagen look like they can cope with it.
But here's my thing: If we go back earlier in the season, what was the thing? What was our really, really frustrating thing under Ollie? Really bad first halves. When it goes back to next season and you might not have this drinks break, what are you doing then? Do you get what I'm saying? Really bad first halves was a signature of us struggling. Oh my gosh, fired in there from I think Rashford to Bruno. If we're getting these wrong people, yeah, just bear with us, yeah. Pogba, I can just tell by the movement.
Yeah.
Oh, Pogba, Bruno, I think.
Took a ball in that. Well defended.
Give it in quick.
Wan-Bissaka kicks it up. Greenwood has it on the edge of the box.
Goal.
Greenwood has a shoot, but it's blocked.
That was a goal if he didn't bring it up. Corner now to United again. We need to capitalise from these corners, to be honest, because if we give them this many corners with how big their team is, we probably, you know what I'm saying? Corner in from Bruno, looks better, that clearance.
Again, well defended. They do defend set pieces well.
They're big. They're a big team.
Yeah, they defend set pieces very well.
It sounds like this is where coaching comes into it.
Oh, what a no!
Oh.
Perfect pass that. Was that Fred?
A pass that is.
Misjudged the ball there from Rashford.
But as I was saying, against
Fred.
a big team like this on set pieces, this is where your set piece coach comes into play and you get a bit creative with it.
Yeah, do something a little bit different.
Instead of just putting it in and just hoping for the guy, do you know what I mean?
Salute to Aku George. You said, just clocked. You said on Sarcasm City that you'd be live. You, man, are high key my favourite pundits. Thank you, man. Appreciate them complimenting.
I like that high key thing, you know. Never heard of that before. You
man
knew
said high key my favourite pundits.
You knew Jen, man.
Yeah, I like that.
I coded the slang, you know.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Opposite. I didn't know there was an opposite to low key.
Yeah, I said high key my favourite pundits. I like that. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it.
Bless,
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Shout out to all the people watching as well.
Yeah. Was that Bayi? He looked like
Bayi.
He was giving someone his. He looked like my man was giving him a piggyback
Like a
to wake up so high. Yeah, a dolphin out of water he was.
You got to do that madman centre back business sometimes, you know. You know, I used to do that a lot. Does. That's like a Vidic thing.
Yeah, Vidic. Yeah. Like man, are trying to kick the ball and he's got his head down there, type of thing.
Phil Jones does that, but not on purpose.
Yeah, that's just him. That's his mistakes. Clumsy. But yeah, United here should be pressing higher. It's Copenhagen pressed him.
Too slow to get out.
We're not got a pressing team. I don't think that's something that's even worked on. I don't think
we press. No.
I don't think that's something that's even. I don't think that's even mentioned.
Yeah. Nah, you spot him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Copenhagen manager will be the happier manager. Solbakken, if I'm not mistaken.
If you'd have turned around to the Copenhagen manager and gone, it'll be 0-0 at half time. You'd have snatched your hands off.
Yeah, because for me as well, I won't be too surprised if he's set up to absorb, and then he's probably got someone on the bench who can maybe do something for him.
And to be honest, Copenhagen have arguably had the better chances, but it's been quite even.
Another Bruno.
Yes, it's been very even. And that's a worry.
Pogba to Bruno and then Bruno to the centre forwards, but they've not been very sharp tonight. Maybe a bit too much time off. 15 days we've not played for, but there's no excuses.
Yeah, see, Aku George says here, man, you don't press. One man runs and closes down, and then looks at who's backing it. Yeah, it's facts.
We don't press, man.
But this is the
we
thing.
don't press as a team, no.
And we're going to keep repeating the same point. With pressing, you have to work on it as a training
every day
because it's a unit. The front three go as a unit, and you've got to manipulate your body in a certain way. Where if that's the man there, and you want him to pass in a certain way, you've got to manipulate your body to make sure he goes that way, and then the other man presses as a result. It's all interlinked, and you've got to do it on a training pitch.
Yes.
We can't expect these men to just come out and start pressing because you know what will happen if they do that individually. You'll leave gaps. Yeah,
it's true.
See it there.
See, so Copenhagen do play some good football though.
This is what I mean. They play some really good football.
Play some good stuff from like playing it out from the back.
You can see it's basics, triangles on the pitch.
No, but like I said, they won the last match 3-0. There's not. I don't think there's been any poor teams were left in this when this restarted.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. There they are, Copenhagen attacking down Manchester United's right. It's 1-on-1 with Wan-Bissaka. We get past Wan-Bissaka, which is a rarity. Bailly comes and backs it up and then clears it. Copenhagen retrieve the ball just inside Manchester United's half.
Yeah, you man do this way better than me.
Copenhagen switch out now down Manchester United's left-hand side.
Man, like
Brandon Williams, Blondie crosses it in. That's a good ball. And Bailly defended it very well. Bailly defended it very well.
I'm telling you, if that's Lindelof,
yo,
that's
allow that Iceman, yo.
Slush man.
Allow it.
Am I the slush man, rude boy?
You know he's the only defender that nobody dribbled past during
Yes,
the whole
you know why?
season.
You know why? Because you can run past him. That's why. You don't need to dribble past the man if I can run past him or walk past him.
This guy, man.
Or just barge him.
I'm not for this Victor. You know
what?
slander,
You know why? He doesn't get himself in them positions.
Yeah, go on.
This is me being honest.
Yeah.
He doesn't get in them positions to get dribbled past because he doesn't do that as a player. He leaves that to someone else.
Let us know what you lot's thoughts are on Victor Lindelof. Obviously,
on Victor Slushman Lindelof.
Giving the Iceman bare stick.
I tell you what, he's done well there.
Yes.
Last
Copenhagen
man
pick up the ball
on the halfway line, you've got someone running at you and he drops his shoulder. Fair play to him.
Copenhagen do knock, like I keep saying, knock the ball around in a nice fashion.
But if you look at the movement off the ball, it's all about creating space for the full-backs.
Copenhagen pick it back up inside their half.
Look at the shape there.
And now they go out to their left back, who then brings it just inside Manchester United's half.
You see what I mean? All of it is about
They still have it. They still have it.
Out wide.
Yeah. They play it in again. Inside again. Copenhagen still have the ball, and then he plays it just.
Because if you look, they overload the midfield, little triangles in the midfield, and then when United come in to try and close it down, they'll ping it straight to the fullback, and then they'll look to exploit down the wings.
So that's Maguire in the ball. Who has it? Plays it to Bailly back into Maguire.
Eric.
Who then plays it into Fred, who gives it back into Maguire, just outside United's penalty box, who switches it nice to Wan-Bissaka, who then controls it, cross turn, gets tackled, but I believe it is a Manchester United throw. Well, it should be. Yeah it's a Manchester United throw. Wan-Bissaka then goes and retrieves the ball.
Falk dashed the ball.
That's a nice touch, that, by Wan-Bissaka. And he tried the cross turn as well. Watching the replay, it was a Copenhagen throw.
No, it was a foul.
I was about to say, is that not a foul? I don't think he touched the ball.
He didn't touch the ball.
Oh, it was a foul. That was a foul.
So Fred out into Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams back into Fred, just inside Manchester United's own half, who then plays it across to Eric Bailly.
We've literally got Pogba surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players.
Literally.
This is why I'm saying you need to drop a Bruno in there. Flat three. Yeah.
Or push your Fred up then or something.
Because naturally, you'll get more space if Fred goes in, or if a Bruno goes in as a flat three. One of them will naturally get a bit more space and time off the ball. Because now it's literally Pogba surrounded by 4 midfielders, Fred surrounded by 4 midfielders.
They're what you call
and then they're struggling and then they're struggling to break the lines into Bruno because of how packed they're keeping it.
Switches it out to Brandon Williams. Rashford, sorry. That's a great ball, that, actually.
He needs to start attacking on
drops
the
it into
outside.
Pogba.
He's still not fit, Rashford. Don't care what anyone says.
Pogba plays into Williams.
That back problem
Williams back to Fred. Then Pogba plays it back out wide to Williams, who plays it back into Pogba. Pogba into Rashford. Ooh, nice ball. Yeah, it was a nice one too. Williams back into Rashford now.
No, Rashford's a playmaker now.
Rashford gets it. Ooh, tried to slide in Fred, I believe that was.
He needs resting.
I'll tell you what, the Copenhagen there.
Yes, and Fred there breaking up play. Well done, Fred. Brandon Williams has it. Passes into Maguire. Gives it back to Williams, who plays it along to Eric Bailly.
That's the problem there, though. Williams fizzes the pass into Bailly to then switch it out to the other side, and Bailly's dawdling on the ball a bit.
No.
Against a team like Copenhagen, where they're going to sit in, you need to be quick with the ball at your feet. You just need to move it on. You need to manipulate their movement. You need to move him side to side, and then the gaps will naturally come. Like this, look.
Bruno out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka now has it approaching Copenhagen's box, who plays it into Bruno. Passes it back to Fred.
Here, you see this area here?
Fred into Bruno. He then plays it out wide to Bissaka again. Bissaka still on the ball. That was nicely played. He plays it into Greenwood. Bruno whips one. I get what he's trying to do. I understand what he's trying to do. But misplaced pass from him there. I don't mind that because I can see what he's trying to do.
Yeah, you can see what he's trying to do because there's nothing in front of him where he can just find a little cute pass in to someone's feet and then he can move off him.
That's the rival fans with the loss of ball stat. Lost the ball. If your midfielder's not losing the ball, if you're attacking the midfielders not actually losing the ball,
He's not doing it right.
Not doing it right. Because then you'd be like 20-0 up, because that means everything he's doing is going right through to you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. That's why I said, like, I'd love to see why De Bruyne's stats aren't pulled up like this, because I guarantee he loses the ball as well. Every attacking midfielder in history has lost the ball at some point for trying to create a goal.
All of them. Even your best ones, of course, you're going to lose the ball because you're literally. You know what the thing is? This is one thing. Is a quick side note. People who use these stats so much, it shows me that you've never played football yourself. Because if you play football as a creative player, you lose the ball a hell of a lot of times, and it's not down to you being rubbish or anything.
Because you're trying to take risks.
You have to take the risk. If you don't, all right, then this is the thing. You're gonna criticize him for losing a ball, but then if he passes it sideways, you're gonna criticize him for that as well. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly, because it's like he's meant to be an attacking midfielder. Why is he not playing it forward?
Exactly. Look, that's really doing my head in about Rashford. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I've said this for a while now. Rashford, that injury that Rashford had has changed him as a player. You tell me the last time you see Rashford bombing on and beating a man, he doesn't do it anymore. That's a penalty.
It's probably the way we're going to score, to be honest.
Nah, that was a penalty. He was just fouled, pushed in the back. No, it was just pushed in the back, Martial. I'd love to see it again on a replay.
Is there VAR in Europa League? There's no VAR, is there?
It's a good point. I don't know. I can't remember or think of a big VAR decision then that's made me want to say yeah.
See, Aku George has a, what would you guys say our pattern of play or system in this game is? Give the ball to one of our 5 stars and hope they can produce an individual piece of magic or they can combine.
I can see a pattern, and
what's the pattern?
The pattern of play is we're treating them as a better team, if you get what I'm saying. So we're being
too much respect.
Yes.
If you notice, Fred, Pogba, Maguire, Bailly have all basically done a long ball out to Wan-Bissaka, who's clearly high, because you're trying to catch him cold.
It's not a bad ball in that. I'm surprised Martial didn't control Chester.
You know what that is? That's not the natural centre forward doing. A natural centre forward just heads that in. I mean, like someone who's played centre forward all their life.
I'd have to see it again.
You just put your head on that. That was
it
about.
Seemed like
that
it was coming. Yeah, I don't know if it took a deflection or not. I hope they're not really showing things again. I'd like to see it again to see. There is no replays. Because then you could really see what happened. Yeah. Rashford picks up again as a strike.
Tell you what, someone's not turning the replays on.
Yeah,
serious, fam? There's no replays in it.
You've got to turn the replays on. We're showing replays every
rather than replays than the goal line.
This is good though. As soon as Copenhagen clear it, United pick the ball back up and recycle it again. Like that's what it is. That's poor though from Bruno. Well done by. Human pressing.
You can tell Copenhagen are happy to get to half time at this point.
Yeah, of course.
A bit, innit?
We need to put it on him. Man, it's that Rashford shot. I don't remember us having a shot in anger. Yes, Greenwood is in there. Greenwood's in. Greenwood is in.
Yes!
Great goal by Greenwood.
Perfect time to score as well.
Typical Mason Greenwood.
Excellent time to score. This is why he's a centre forward.
Typical Mason Greenwood.
Get me.
Why did it go to the referee?
I know, was he offside?
No, Martial was off. But Martial didn't get involved. See that? A little bit of pressing and see what happens. Oh, he's off. Yeah. He is offside. He is offside. It's VAR though. Is there VAR?
I feel.
No, it should be.
Now, wait a minute. Is the linesman flag up straight away?
No, it's goal. It's been given. There's no VAR Europa League.
1 second. Something's going on.
And that's what they're complaining about.
I swear the linesman has his flag up.
VAR. Forget what we said about there not being any VAR.
Clearly
it
there
seems
is VAR.
as if there is.
Goal check.
Yeah, it's going to get. Then again, no VAR.
Yeah. You never know what can happen.
He must disallow that.
If this is Premier League, it's definitely being given.
No, the maddest thing is though, I feel like if that was Premier League, it would have got checked a lot quicker. That took quite long then.
Yeah, like, they let them celebrate and everything.
You know
yes.
To be fair though, before you shown Greenwood celebrating, I seen him go to the referee straight away. So that's why I said, why are they going to the referee? Yeah, it's been ruled off. It's gone.
Huh?
No, he's ruled it off.
Oh, I thought, you know when he went like that then? I thought
it's because you thought he pointed to the penalty. Yeah.
I thought, oh, goal.
Good finish.
Oh, it's taking so long, man. Take it off. Choke it off, man.
Offside, no goal, yeah.
Man still got 1-0 there. This is why I said before I like to see it interchange a bit more, because through the middle, he's more. He does. I think Martial needs it into feet. Greenwood can play off the shoulder a bit better. Martial needs it into feet and then probably try and beat the defender.
Like a little 1-2.
Yeah, 1-2 or a little skill around. Greenwood's got that. I'm not saying he's that level, but that Michael Owen about him, where you know what I mean, where even if he's not going to get it, he's already made the run.
Because he can
anticipate.
anticipate.
That's it. That's what I was looking for, my guy. He anticipates the ball, and that would have been exactly what Flawless was saying, where the cracks get papered over.
Yeah, of course. That would have literally a great finish by a nice pick from Rashford and a great finish from Greenwood. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
So,
everyone will forget. We literally. This game. I'm so glad this is happening on air. This is what I'm talking about. United literally rely on our players to combine our individual brilliance.
Look at him. That's what I don't like.
How many times have you seen them try and catch him out with the ball over the top? Like I was saying, Fred from deep, Pogba from deep, Maguire, Bailly, Wan-Bissaka at times, Bruno dropping deep to ping a ball over the top.
I get what you're saying. So yeah, the match is coming to a close. Obviously, we still got 10 minutes left of the show, people. And we will run through. We already ran through our Champions League picks, so we'll run through our Europa League picks.
Just also, one thing I want to say. Did you man see that Ronaldo goal, fam?
Oh my lord!
You see his goal?
I did not see it.
Putting on the left.
1 second, brother. I will show you right now.
Yeah, let me see.
Brother, this guy.
Aku George says, I watched Bayern last night and I went from being happy we're in the Champions League to being shook. Levels, it looks like they had 14 players on the pitch. They're just a very, very well-oiled machine, Bayern.
Who's he saying they're Bayern?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it is with Bayern?
Very well.
See,
very well worked.
This is the difference between Bayern and a PSG. Bayern know they have a dominance in that league.
Yeah.
And they use it to their advantage.
Okay.
Where, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of matches Bayern will play and it's not very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
But Bayern play.
It's the mentality.
It's the mentality, and they play the same way every match, no matter what.
Yes.
Whereas I feel like sometimes when you watch PSG, I've watched them, and it's almost like they take the foot off the gas.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I mean?
And you can't switch form on and off.
It becomes an exhibition.
They did it against both of us last season.
Neymar starts doing all his madnesses. You know what I'm saying? It becomes an exhibition in that league. Whereas I feel like Bayern, it's just like it's the German efficiency, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
We spoke about it.
You know, it's quite. It's not strange, but it's mad because if you look at all of the past managers they've had, this is this is how it works. You have very good recruitment. The Ancelotti signings are working together right with the Guardiola signings.
Yeah.
With and everyone, so
because
it
they
don't
have
matter.
A structure of like a certain type of player.
It don't matter who's bought them.
Yeah.
It's still Bayern Munich.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, but that was just my little quick point. Let me just find this one.
So seeing here, so Inter Milan obviously had 2-1 up against Leverkusen. United 0-0 against Copenhagen. And then tomorrow is Shakhtar Donetsk versus Basel and Wolves Sevilla. So we'll start Inter Milan. Leverkusen. Joe, would you reckon?
Probably
Inter
Milan.
Stay up. Obviously they're 2-1 up at the minute. Would you
Probably
reckon?
Inter.
Inter Milan Leverkusen, to go through.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Leverkusen.
Okay, you're saying Leverkusen.
Because I think Havertz, Leon Bailey.
Okay.
They've got some serious players there. And I think that German efficiency might come through as well.
Because it's Inter Milan and they're already 2-1 up.
I think
United are destined to play in.
Do you know what I think it is with Inter, which will hinder Inter? Maybe not in Serie A, but the Ashley Youngs and the Victor Moseses and
Ericsson's.
Ericsson's a quality player.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about former players.
No, I'm saying Ashley Young, as good as he's been over there, we know he's got a mistake in him. Victor Moses, he's not top European level. Do you get what I mean?
I hear you.
So coming up against some better quality players, they might struggle. So it's one of them. It's one of them.
So yeah, you got Shakhtar Donetsk, Basel, Shakhtar.
Yeah.
They're on fire.
I don't know a lot about either of these, but if you
I think they might be the top scoring team in the competition left.
And Wolves Sevilla. That's interesting.
That's a good game because
that's an excellent game.
That's really two very well coached teams.
Two very oiled machines.
Yes, just like tactically well. Yes. Like, they're not really going to give.
See, one thing I've always said about Sevilla,
And they have a very good record in this competition.
This is me going back to like when they had Luis Fabiano and Canute up front.
Yeah.
You know, I'm old school.
Wow. I think Canute.
They always have a well-oiled midfield. And then it just allows, like, think about Luis Fabiano and Canute for the people who don't know. That's two very slow strikers.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
They've got movement and that, but they're not the most mobile.
Yeah.
But they know that, all right, then I'll pass this to him in this way where he has a first-time shot. Or he has, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're playing to these players' strengths.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm making. And I think Sevilla do that very well. They buy every player what they seem to buy. That's another one I think. They change how they play every now and again, but they always have a style, a certain style.
And like I said, they have a great record in this competition as well. And Stefan here says, Campos from Sevilla is on fire this season.
He's been on fire for a while.
It's going to be interesting. And yeah, Faris said, great podcast, my brothers. Have a blessed day. Yeah, man, we out here on radio, so salute to Faris. Salute to all our listeners as well. Like, we really do appreciate it. You get what I'm saying? And but like I said, whether you watch live on YouTube or listen in on DAB or wherever else you listen to it, or you watch it back afterwards, just please keep supporting. We're here every Monday, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. Obviously, normally discussing Premier League, but obviously with Europa League and Champions League being on, obviously we're going to discuss Europe. And obviously, the biggest transfer story, so your Sanchos, etc., etc.
That save was crazy. Just watching some highlights.
So, okay, who do we reckon's going to win the Europa League? No, Champions League, let's go there. I got Bayern. Yeah, I got Bayern.
Who else is left in it? Let me just...
You got
make sure I'm not leaving no one else. Bayern,
City, Barca, PSG.
You know what I honestly think?
Yeah, Leon.
You know who's going to win it?
Go on.
I was going to say City's going to win it. You know?
Because City going to do it?
Yeah, I think City will win
Even with no Aguero?
Yep.
What makes you say that?
I would have said that. I'll let JV
If
finish.
Aguero was fit, I'd say, but as soon as he got injured, I was
I'll
like...
let JV finish.
You know what it is for me with the whole Guardiola thing? It's a competition he's not won for a while. I think you know what it is for me? It's De Bruyne, you know. I think he's the one midfielder who's left in this competition who can, like a Zidane-esque type of way, who can just take a game.
Yeah.
He could, De Bruyne in a final could just put 3 balls on a plate for someone.
Yes.
He could, you know what I'm saying?
He could be man of the match type of
yeah,
thing.
he could just do that. He could just put swing 3 crosses in or 2 excellent passes, and you know what I mean? You know how City like to play when they have them tap-ins and things like that? They could, if it comes to a final and he gets his team selection right, it will probably be, if they win it, the point I'm trying to get through, if they win the Champions League, it will probably be down to De Bruyne. He will have a huge part in it. It's like the other night, even when they were playing Madrid, I seen a few times he did a few things, you know, and then I seen Cruz like shake his hand, you know, mid-game, or like pat him like, all right, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Modric did it as well at one
You know what I'm
point.
saying? I seen them, they were like, all right, mate. You know, like, can I slow down? You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. Like, them man are showing, you see when you get them man showing you the gratitude like that.
You know how good of a player he is.
Here's my point. Watching, I had City as the favourites until I watched the Real Madrid game, and I'll tell you why I changed my mind. I lost count how many times Sterling, Jesus missed big chances.
That's what Yannick was saying last week, ironically.
Yes.
Big, and I mean big chances. If that's Aguero, game's done.
Yes.
Against the Bayern Munich, against the Barcelona, Messi's not going to miss them big chances. Lewandowski's not going to miss them big chances. They could get punished.
They could do.
They did it against us this season. Like,
You know what it is with them sometimes, City? They're able to get them. Do you know what? Where it's just literally rolled in and it's tapped in at the back post.
Literally, because Ahmed Air says the boy needs to spam 50 crosses and the Sterling will be at back post 100%.
I don't like that spam because it's not. It's
not spam. He's just taking shots. I'm all for it,
I
man.
know. I hear the
love
shots,
that.
but it's very accurate. Like De Bruyne for me.
he's putting it in an area where, sorry to cut you off, where either the keeper parries it out,
Yes, and then someone taps it in.
or it's going into the far post, or he's going into the far post and Sterling or someone like that's going
Or
in.
even, to be honest, he could even just do it himself.
Yeah.
He's that player. He could just smash one in from the edge of the box and you know, like cement himself, like kind of what I was saying, like about an Mbappe. If for me, it's a shame there's no Ballon d'Or this year, but if I'm not saying he'd win it, but he'd be in with a very good shout if he was to win them, because he could win them that single-handedly in a final. Do you get what I mean? With a goal and an assist or something.
Listen, if we're being honest, if Modric won the Ballon d'Or, which never should have happened, by the way, De Bruyne 100%.
Yeah, because he's, you know what it is with De Bruyne? He's got a lot more of a input on the team actually winning the game than a Modric.
Yeah,
a Modric will have a solid midfield performance and keep things running.
This is where stats for De Bruyne do him justice, because if you look at his output in a game, the chances he creates, the possession that he keeps, the passes completed, the most of the passes in the attacking third, like he has everything that Manchester City do well goes through him.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah,
I know he's good.
Last comment before we
like I know Aguero's good, but just imagine a De Bruyne having a Lewandowski.
Yes, we don't want that.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
Or even having an Aguero that played majority of the games, because he does pick up injuries a lot.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Stefan will get to the last two comments. Says, unfortunately, I can see Atletico win it. I can't stand their disgusting football. How can you play like this with world-class players everywhere on the pitch? Klopp was right, to be fair. Amateur by spamming, I mean, the amount of crosses he puts in, it's coached on the training ground. Crossing, inshallah.
I don't think Atletico have world-class players. I think he does that because of their lack of.
It'd be interesting to see Simeone with a different group of players, more talented. Then we would know if that's his style or whether he's adapting to what he has. Be very interesting. But yes, people, this has been From a Third Eye View. Umpire Radio. You can join us here every Monday, live every Monday, talking all things Premier League plus more. Stro, JV, and myself every Monday, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m.
Peace.
Umpire
Yeah.
Radio.
Where do we come from?